RNG to consider in this map. Yeah, Chocho, I mean, the stage has been set. Round 1, first half. Guys, make some noise in the chat because it's me4u Hunter Sprinter versus the Ravens survivors. Bringing the commentaries is me, Nello, and Chocho.
Right, so this is the starting round of today's day number 2. Now entering the match, hopefully both sides will be able to show us excellent performance, and Opera Singer seems to be focused on the coordinator that's in the middle double story area. Dakiri not being too impatient there, premature drop down did not happen, and now Marlboro will be getting this first chase and has already placed down his coffin. I wonder where he placed it.
Probably in his heart. No, he placed it at the big gate. Yeah, we saw it. I just love this skin as well. Marlboro, trying to run as far away as possible from his coffin. The tram is there. Let's hope the tram doesn't leave.
Okay, he's gonna get up there. Don't wait too long.
No, why? Why? Oh, he's not. He doesn't want to go back to his coffin. That's why. Smart. Yeah, we overlooked that the coffin is the final destination for the tram. So Marlboro is going to try and play around in the graveyard, you know, still trying to break ankles. You have to kind of wait a minute. Sprinzer, not falling, not doubling back, not playing this mind game. He's so decisive, man. Just went straight for the hit, got Marlboro down when the Cypher is, well, not a single one has been done. A lot of progress though, Chocho.
Yeah, and Embalmer has coffined already, so Sprinter will be making a teleport dash towards the coffin. This short Titanic effect on Embalmer will help him last and hopefully get into a safer area where he can kite better. However, Sprinter is being really smart about this, waiting for that Titanic to end before he actually does that. Also, Sprinter actually plays a lot of remnants at the area, so it kind of prevents Marlboro from actually potentially kiting out after the Titanic has ended. So very smart move coming from Sprinter and very decisive decision to just teleport away. Yep, and now Cyphers are looking pretty healthy, 2.5 Cyphers. However, the Embalmer will be on his last legs already.
Yeah, I mean, that's the good thing about Embalmer, right? He didn't bring... Oh, this is the one time that Embalmer brings borrowed time, but he might not survive until the end game. But First Officer's already making the rotations, activating the watch, TY. Sprinzer's gonna land that hit, but well, the speed boost is gonna allow TY to rescue Marlboro. Marlboro's gonna decide to run into Sprinter there, Chocho. Ideas?
Yeah. I'm guessing the game plan here for Marlboro is that he just doesn't want that double down situation. I'd rather run into the Hunter than for them to run towards the same direction and potentially getting a double down situation. So looking at the big picture wise, I think Marlboro did a great job. And now looking at this Cyphers, 3.5 Cyphers and 1 half health First Officer, and they are healing up. So Dakiri needs to be careful though, because teleport will be up in the 10 seconds.
Yeah, I mean Sprinter already eliminating the first survivor, but in 3 minutes. So I have to say the strategy of putting the Embalmer in BO1 in this map against Opera Singer definitely paid off. Whoa, barely avoiding the tram there. Definitely paid off. Like the kite wasn't the longest, but because of the coffin placement, because of the tight turner, it bought so much time. And now Cyphers are actually pretty healthy. Like everyone's at full health. Coordinator still has the gun. Sprinter's gonna chase TY next, but hey, First Officer still has another clock. Sprinter, charge attack, gonna miss there, but I guess he's gonna not commit, right? You don't really want to waste more time committing to a First Officer. Teleport's up and ready, Chocho. Is he?
I think Sprinter just taking his time. I guess, I mean, his teleport is ready now, but he decided not to teleport to the coordinator and was kind of focused on TY. Now, TY has no items left, so late game-wise, First Officer is just a whiteboard. He doesn't have anything to work with. Now, TY will get this free hit over at the Fake Gate area. However, he just needs to make sure that he doesn't die at the Cypher. But Sprinter, I think he knows that that's probably going to be the game plan. He will change his targets to Pablo, which is decoding one of the last 2 Cyphers. And Pablo needs to make sure that he doesn't down here at the last Cypher as well.
Yeah, I just love that about Sprinter. He's not tunnel vision. Yeah, he got the TY. Like, it makes sense to chase the first officer again, right? Because he doesn't have any more items. But not being tunnel vision, super important. Stopping Pablo from completing the cipher. But Chocho, look at the cipher, super dangerously close to being done. They're just trying to bring Sprinter away from that last cipher. But Sprinter, after landing that first hit, he knows he just wants to deplete the survivors of the resources. He wants to make sure everyone is injured, not at the full health state. He's really being really like a great spatial awareness there, not just being tunnel vision at all.
Yeah, and also one thing as well from the survivor side, they're actually responding to Sprinzer's aggression by taking the time to heal up instead of forcing that 60% cipher. So, great choice by the side of RV, but the terror shot got registered. Doesn't matter, one hit he'll still be down anyways. And now, Sprinzer will be chairing the first officer near the cipher. So, I wonder whether the servers are going to decode a new one instead at the S palette area, because forcing the cipher doesn't seem to do good for them anymore.
Yeah, I mean, you can start a new one, and maybe that's why. Like, Sprinter, he's bringing him closer to the old cipher. Oh, a free rescue going on, and Dakiri managing to body block at the same time. Wonderfully done. So the question is he going to use the gun? He's in position. Oh, no, he's not going yet. Yeah, Pablo realizing this, he cannot get injured because no one else will be able to rescue at that point. Sprinter taking his time. He's not even gonna be, chairing the first officer yet. He just wants to make sure everyone's injured again. Oh, Pablo, what? The ball, the bounce into the wall.
Yeah, a little misstep over there. And I think one thing I'm really scared about is that Pebble is actually rotating nearer and nearer to the two that's actually healing up. So things are looking like kind of sticky right now. Sprinzer, I think he's being careful, so he's that's teleport back. So a blessing in disguise for the side of RV survivors. And now the three of them will be having a meeting at Fake Gate. We'll see whether Sprinzer actually catch them off guard here.
Yeah, mini gathering, probably discussing what to eat, tonkatsu maybe. But Pablo's EG! Yeah, that leap is not gonna be far enough, and he does not have flywheel. He has tight turner. But Sprinter, again, like the game plan here seems to be just depleting resources, making sure everyone is constantly injured, and camping that last cipher. No one can start a new cipher because Sprinter, he's just applying so much pressure at this point, Jojo. Like he might probably even force Dakiri to use the gun, but man, if the gun's being used this point, it's gonna be so hard to come back from.
And also the kill pressure from Sprinzer is really good. Now, TY will be down at the last cipher. Coordinator still has a gun to work with, but I believe Dakiri kind of wants to hold onto this gun so that she has certain kind of late game potential when it comes to the detention period. But Pablo will be trying to decode the Fake Gate cipher, but it just started, less than 10%.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised TY tried to force the ciphers. He should know that Sprinter has teleport ready at hand. Probably should have looked for an item first, right? There's an item nearby. But yeah, Dakiri making the rotations. Oh, the gun's gonna hit! And yeah, Sprinter getting the taste of the gun. It's gonna allow Dakiri to make that rescue, but I'm not sure if that really matters because there's no tight turner. TY's at his last chair, and Sprinter is just gonna rotate. Everyone's gonna take a turn on the rocket chair. TY's on top, but ciphers are pretty close now that you think about it, Jojo. 10%, it's already close to 70 now.
Yeah, but Sprinzer should know that too. His kill pressure is very strong, and he's very clear-minded when it comes to what objective he needs to do now. If once a completed, he also knows where TY is, so the hit does register that charge attack. Now Pablo is still trying to push for the last cipher. Sprinzer doesn't want to give any chance anymore. We'll just chair this first officer. Pablo most likely will just pop the cipher, and it's a hard escape. I mean, he only has two balls left, in fact, a white one and a red one. Pablo trying to make a mad dash for the gate or trying to out-rotate Sprinzer, but Sprinzer has clear sight of Pablo.
Yeah, he doesn't have borrowed time. That's the important thing to note as well. If he can kite out the duration until Dakiri's sent back to the manor, that will be legend. But as we say that, unfortunately, he is not going to be utilizing any more bombs. And he's going to be the last person to be sent to the rocket chair. Sprinzer, 4K. Off the bat, Opera.
Which is actually harder to chase if you're talking about the skill that the aeroplanist has.
Yeah, no OBers at all here, no harassers at all. We've seen aeroplanists jetpacks and rams the hunter slightly, stunning the hunter slightly into the wall, but that's about it. We saw in the C qualifiers. But hey, B4U survivors with Green's debut with a team versus Ravens, Peach, Goodnight, Opera Singer. Battle of the Opera Singers here, ladies and gentlemen. So make some noise in the chat because it is me, Nalu, and Chocho bringing the commentaries for this round 1 second half.
Heading into the match, it seems like Peach Goodnight has different ideas on how to approach this. He wants to go for the potential mercenary in the mid area. Roland will be getting this first chase.
Oh, wow. Roland already using the first pad, trying to rotate to the S-Pilot Green. Super smart, already rotating away from the area, even placing pallet just to help up a little bit. Roland gonna try and buy a bit more time. The moment he breaks, probably gonna start rotating away. Already using the second elbow pad, putting down pallets again. But Cypher's barely moving. Oh my god! What a beautiful teleport, Chocho! Straight into the Masonry while he was dashing.
Yeah, the Remnant, excellent usage of it, and now Roland will be able to rotate out towards the figure area. We do see him not rotating towards the center because that's where the Explorer is.
Oh!
The Blink registers, and now Roland will try to dive all the way to the corner. This is a very fast down now. One Cypher combined together. This is a completely different situation compared to RV Survivor that we saw just now. This is a lot more dire situation, and Explorer has 50% pitch, so about 1.5 Cyphers right now.
This is so brutal, man. I think this is even more brutal than the ones when I played Masonry against Happy, Opera Singer in Ever Sleeping Town, right? I think he burns through as fast as me.
Yeah, but I think one thing you mentioned as well, the first officer being a very a favorite pick for the rescuers now instead of the mercenary. We do see it why now, right? I mean, the elbow pads, they use 3 and that's it. They're GG's. But for first officer, one watch, if used successfully, can buy about 15 to 20 seconds each time. And now, don't want the double down situation. Roland's gonna run towards the corner, but Mylake might see this double down regardless. 50% on his body. He needs to use it ASAP. But Roland is making a mad dash for that corner house.
Wow, Peach Goodnight. He knows his stuff, man. He went for the Explorer and still, what? I mean, that was such a good opportunity for Roland to hide away at the very least, but double down situation before you might actually be caught in a pinch here because basement is here, Jojo.
I mean, it seems like Peach Goodnight's greediness, right, is working out here. Nice. Explorer, who is the person that is digging the pages, also expanded self here already. So, Aeroplane, it seems like he wants to come for this rescue. Used his first jetpack already. Has Tight Turner. We'll see how Peach Goodnight does the camping over here, but seems like it will be a very stable rescue. We'll see if he goes for the double down again.
He wants to go for the double down, but apparently I think he just wants to play it a little bit safe, get Roland down, and he's gonna die in the basement. So, hey, perfect place to die, especially if you wanna give a little bit more distance to the hunter to head back up again. But Chocho, as all of this is going on, I believe a 6th Cypher is being done at the moment, and the page apparently boosting the second Cypher all the way up to almost 100%. Cyphers are finally picking up, but everyone's injured, Chocho, except for Green. Apparently Peach wants everyone, except for the Gardener, so I guess it's working out so far.
Yeah, definitely. I think he knows that chasing Green wouldn't bring him any good. He knows Green is a very strong survivor. Even when he was in FCN, he was a hard carry alongside with Momo. So, smart choice from the side of Peach Goodnight. And Schmidty making use of his second jetpack, using his airborne skill. And now we'll try to kite it out, but the hit does register to the pallet.
Peach Good Night. Make sure you guys remember this name because he's actually applying a lot of pressure onto B4U survivors, and the last cipher is actually in the middle of the map. So yeah, everyone's injured except for Green. They can definitely still make something happen. My leg, it has Page. Oh, he does not have any Page, but Green's already coming in with a perfume as well. Gardener who wants to be the perfumer.
So safe.
Yeah, I like that.
This is something about Green. Third jetpack being used, so Schmitty has pretty much nothing to work with when it comes to the end game. Green has no items too, since he just used the perfume. So we'll see how they work things out, because late game wise, if you think about Explorer has a book, but that book doesn't really do much, honestly. So
yeah.
Late game, the three of them
Cypher's
is
prime,
gonna be itemless. So
yeah. Oh my god. Okay, so Peach Goodnight deciding to just allow Schmidi to wait. He's traveling back. My leg is already ready. He's already ready with the Page. Oh my, yeah, he has to down. He has to down. He has to down. He has to down the. He has to down the Explorer here.
Nice.
And then if he changes to abnormal, then that's gonna pretty much yeah, that's gonna pretty much that's gonna mess up B4U's Cypher Prime.
Now it's like you dig up the 48% Page, and now it's completely useless. I mean, I'm not too sure. Maybe there was some miscom saying that, oh, it's more than 50%, so I'm just gonna put all the Page so that it pops. But turns out that it only reaches all the way to 90%.
Oh my God, he's so close.
Yeah, and now Green will potentially get this free hit, unable to get that shield off, unfortunately. Cypher is at Night Center, 49%. It seems like Gardener wants to push at Center Cypher regardless.
Yeah, he's definitely heading there. I'm not really sure why. He already knows that the Hunter... wait. Okay, Schmidi's heading back. Yeah, he doesn't want to risk. He should probably do the same thing that Sprinzer did. Just make sure all their resources are gone. Make sure everyone is injured. Apply that pressure. And Green still forcing the middle cipher. I'm like, okay. Alright.
Alright, very, very risky situation.
Wow!
Green.
Going back. Noise. Yeah, making sure everyone's injured. That's good. So far, so good.
Mine is still in this area, so if he downs again, he'll be flying back to the mana. Aeroplane is starting a new cipher. Green is still pressuring the center cipher. Peach Goodnight wants to focus on Green. The hit registers. Terror Shock happens, and Miley and Schmidi will be in a situation where they can't either decode, decode nor heal each other up. Schmidi down once again. Explorer does not have self-heal and is the only one that's standing right now.
Yeah, do not underestimate Raven. Raven is here to play Peach Goodnight. On the verge of getting a 4K. Explorer's gone. Explorer has no more Page. I think the Page, that 48% Page was their last glimmer of hope, right? Because, oh my goodness, another abnormal putting the nail onto the coffin. I think he knows my leg is probably nearby. If he cannot find anyone, then he's probably gonna check basement. But yeah, Chocho, this is a little bit. I feel like this is too hard for you to swallow. The Explorer strat apparently not as efficient as they thought it might be. Oh, my leg!
So Peach gonna trying to find where my leg is, but you know, both of them now expended their self heals. 2 half health. Green will be a little bit more conservative, leaving the cipher first. And really, unfortunately, also one thing that we've realized is that the last 3 ciphers are actually at one side of the map. Center cipher being the centered cipher in the 3. So yeah, very hard situation that we're seeing.
Oh, my leg went out.
Yeah, but. My leg has showed some legs, and we'll see the ground once again now.
Yeah, shouldn't have went out. He doesn't have self-heal anymore. He shouldn't have went out. Shouldn't have gone out, and now Green also has no more self-heal. What can you do when you're the last person standing? And the ciphers are nowhere near done. Peach Goodnight playing this to perfection. Before you, Green. Let's see what the Gardener can do in this situation, but I don't know, man. Wait for the Gardener to crawl to the dungeon. Oh, beautiful double back there. Oh, not gonna work this time,
Very
Jojo.
hard. Both of them have no self heals. Two of them down as well. So it will be a return of that 5-point lead back to RV, balancing out the score. So in RV's map selection, it's a 5-5 score, a tie situation that go for, but he always goes for other survivors that we don't usually expect. So. But I think one thing that is kind of sure is that he most likely will be going for the Patroller, then trump card detention. But we will be seeing our round 2 first half of our first match in day number 2 between Before Use Hunter and RV Survivors. I'm Chocho and I'm joined by Nello Mello, who will be bringing you the live commentary of this match.
Right, heading into the game. Unfortunately, we won't see any Tomie. We don't really see Sprinzer bring out that skin always. But the Dream Wish is gonna find TY first, leeching onto the first officer. So I guess the idea here is to take out the first officer, the rescuer first. And that way, yeah, it's gonna give a lot of problems to the survivor teams in the later rounds. But hey, the first pocket watch has already been expanded, but Sprinzer is committing towards TY. TY already the second activation of the clock. Still chasing TY. Oh, the spawn follower. Oh, missing by a bit. TY has actually doubled back, going back down, but the leech is waiting for him. He's caught. Oh, he's being sandwiched here. But hey, taking the leech hit is better than taking the main body's hit. After all, right, Chocho?
Yeah, and I believe Spencer is gonna put the Patroller first before and hope that the follower will actually follow along, because he doesn't really want to Patroller when the first officer is using his hypnotism, especially when he's near the spawn follower. Now we'll be putting the Patroller onto him, almost a near 3 Cypher kite already. If he can last a little bit longer, and
oh, nice
timed vault over there.
Yeah, beautiful time vault over there, but now that second bite by the Patroller, yeah, it's gonna deny him the vault, and he's going to have, yeah, Sprincer's gonna have the first survivor onto the chair. But hey, the ciphers are pretty good so far. 2 ciphers being done with 1 almost into completion. Chocho, Pablo
Yeah.
ZG, yeah, going into the restaurant. Oh, that's so dangerous. Oh, and the flywheel.
Really? Yeah, and I think one thing I really like about RV Survivors is that they're not too conservative with their items when they use it at good times. Now, first officer still has 1 more watch to use for this kite, so yeah, definitely have a lot of potential. But Sprincer's gonna be placing the Patroller when first officer is in hypnotism mode, so he's really trying to play a game, but still manages to bite successfully.
Wow, that hunter's instinct is like, yeah, I don't really care if you use the watch, my doggo's gonna bite you either way. So TY gonna be going down, but hey, while all of that is happening, 3.5 ciphers have been done and everyone is at full health. So Raven survivors, they know what they're doing. They're actually, I would say they're ahead at this point, right? Because it's as long as you get a draw against Sprinzer, it's already a victory in itself. An instant rescue? What? Huh?
I guess he
Was
just
that an instant rescue?
It seems so, and yeah, I think they just wanted to just not get a free rescue, don't want to get injured again. And now 3 full health survivors that is on the map. Ciphers are looking extremely healthy. They actually couldn't get 6 Cypher as well, so we'll see how that goes. Pablo. Oh, use double back a little, but we'll still get that spawn follow hit, unfortunately. Main followers. Oh, the Patroller will be on from the main body, and we'll get Pablo. It seems to be a down situation, and the last 2 ciphers, 60 to 70% each.
Wow. I mean, this game is insane, man. Raven's putting up a hell of a fight against Sprinzer, but that one hit, the charge attack in the end, is going to down Pablo. But Chocho, ciphers are almost primed, right? Like, psychologists can easily come in for the rescue as soon as she finishes that cipher, but wait.
I'm not sure about the easy part, but because it's a second skill Dream Wish after all. But yeah, we do see that Sprinzer is doing some preventive measures to prevent a free rescue. So
the flywheel as well. Okay, spawn follower, change. Terror shock. Oh, it's too far! He's gonna get it in time! Oh my god, that's so fast. And mind you, Sprinzer still has trump card. He can easily go for a teleport. Oh, wait. No, he's not going for a teleport. Yeah,
Another
I think he's
interesting
just
play from the patient as well. I mean, he has flywheel and he hasn't used it the entire match. He did use his item effectively though. It's just that the flywheel is like non-existent.
Wait, he knows? Wow, that's so weird. He knows the timing. He knows the timing. He knows the timing of the gate. Yeah, I think he's just gonna wait. Wow. Yeah, I saw that too. I saw that too.
Okay, right. So, anyways, Anti-Korean manages to open the gate, so she will be able to escape. Psychologist will use the flywheel and has no items since whistle. We'll see how she plays around here. Manage to buy a little bit more time for her team, but it should be a matter of some seconds. But manages to out-rotate Sprinzer. Sprinzer wants to focus on Pablo, but Pablo doesn't have self-heal already though.
Yeah. I think they should just be happy and take that one escape.
But I think Psychologist might out-rotate. Am I wrong?
You think?
I feel like she could though. Anti-Korean.
No, she's trapped. She's trapped in this area. She can't go anywhere. She's trapped in this area. Yeah, Sprinzer's not gonna let you out-rotate him. So Daikiri, he's like happily waiting. And can I just say?
So yeah, your Reptilian does struggle a little bit in close, tight, narrow spaces, especially in buildings. So hopefully before you survivors capitalize on that. And we will begin round 2, second half of match number 1, day number 2, between RV's Hunter versus Before You Survivor. I'm Jojo, I'm joined by Nello Mello. We'll bring you the live commentary of this match.
Alright, coming into the match, I'm so excited to see Evil Reptilian. For once, we're not gonna see yapping, we're gonna see a lot of leaping here. So yeah, I'm very excited with this off-meta turning into meta pick. I mean, Evil Reptilian, what can we say? He's just so good when he's at full presence. The unlimited leapings with consistent mana depletion. So his first target is going to be Schmidty. Not an easy target. Schmidty is on the seer duty. Oh, beautiful leap. Oh my god, the minimal leap. But Schmidty kind of foresees and he kind of foresees this like one step ahead and sets up the ult, negates any damage coming to him.
Yeah, the seer, I mean, he's always one step ahead, even with the seer too. I mean, with the bird support, the timing as well coming from the side of Schmidty. Very excellent play, but now it seems like Schmidty might be seeing the first hit. I'm not sure how much of the owl that he has sucked out of by looking at the hunter, so we have to see how Schmidty potentially kites out. It seems like he wants to jump once again, does have the smashing potential, and manages to down seer right at this instance. Combined cypher progress about 1.5 ciphers.
Yeah, I mean, Schmidty going down, but hey, at least it's not a short kite. It's a decent kite, close to 3 ciphers, like what you mentioned. Lucino though, the one thing I would say is like, he still has his blink up, so Roland needs to be very careful, even with the watch. Oh my god! He was betting on that hit, the blink hit to hit initially, but Roland breaking ankles, finally gonna hit him, but he's gonna rescue Schmidty successfully. Oh no!
Exactly. I mean, this is the thing that we're talking about, right? I mean, the buildings wise and the certain corners that just can't allow the Evil Reptilian to just jump on very easily. Now, second skill will be popped after this. He registers, and Schmidty returns the favor and will die at the corner, prolonging the time needed to chair him.
Yeah, I mean, so unfortunate that leap happening, but hey, doesn't really matter because the cooldown is just super fast. You can just easily leap after that. And he's got Schmidty down again. Roland still has one more watch. Cheerleader still on decoding duty. Entomologist, probably should commit to a B support here, but yeah, it doesn't really matter, right? Oh, unlimited jump! Here we see it. Okay, the unlimited jumps going on, but hey, the hypnotism by the first officer has definitely saved him. So I guess before you, they're gonna sacrifice Schmidty. And I think Ling Xue knows about this. He's like, yeah, we know you're not going back for him anymore. And they're just gonna keep working on the remaining ciphers. Mylek though, still in the corner. I'm not really sure what's he doing there. Probably trying to rotate back. But
you
yeah,
know what I would like to see now?
Mhm.
First officer opening a chest.
I agree. It didn't happen last game, but yeah, I mean, you definitely need an additional resource to help your fight against the evil reptilian, right? Ling Xue? What? He wants Roland because Roland doesn't have any more items. He wants him. Okay, that swing.
Yeah, but
Right?
the ciphers wise is looking very healthy. Last 3 ciphers, actually probably last 2 already. After 90% cipher will be popped. Mylek, I think, trying to not give side and try to go for a potential steal, I'm guessing, because there's the tinnitus. LX doesn't know where the survivors are located at just yet. Now, cheerleader still pushing for that cipher, and Mylek giving pressure on the chair.
Yeah, pressure. Oh my god, this is so hard because what can you do here? Like, unless if you have a flywheel here, then you might be able to avoid the storms. But otherwise, Ling Xue can just keep going. Wait, what? Oh, the short storm did not hit, but hey, the blink hit is finally gonna land Roland onto his knees. He's gonna teleport straight away. Oh, he's going back for my legs. Probably should not commit so much into it. Oh, gonna miss a little bit. The bees pushing the entomologist a little bit faster than what the evil reptilian has expected. But hey, the leap is gonna be available very soon. Oh wait, what? Those are what jumps are those though?
I mean,
I don't see him landing a slam.
Unfortunately, that did not happen, but I mean, as long as he survives, I guess it's good. But they have to open up the 6 or if not 7 cipher, but they will just focus on healing up first. Problems need to be careful not to be scouted out here.
Yeah, he definitely needs to be careful. Before you, still in this game, even though Schmidt's out, Mylek needs to buy enough time. He knows that Ling Xue has already changed the trades, no more bling. Even if there is, it's on cooldown. A little bit of mind game going on here, Mylek, with the help of the pallet boost. Doesn't really matter though, because there's... Oh, fine, he landed that one that time.
Yeah, and I think amazing stuff coming to survivors. I don't think they were expecting an evil reptilian considering there is no 12 that I'm seeing. I think they were kind of expecting potentially a sculptor if not a violinist, but yeah, it's definitely a surprise pick for the side of before you survivors. And one thing to note is that first officer and entomologist has no items, so when it comes to late game, right, they might just down immediately, but now problems, not giving a single chance.
Yeah, not giving a single chance indeed. Like, here they know that they don't have to worry about abnormal. Ling Xue, yeah, he's just breaking pallets at that point. Everyone's just so spread out, right? And as an evil reptilian, what can you do here? You can only go searching. But then again, which direction should you go? Both survivors are still healthy. Entomologist, you just gave up. Just found a syringe. Roland, wait, Ling Xue.
Roland?
Oh, he stood long enough to make an impact. Roland! Oh my god, Roland! Wait a minute.
The smash hit happens, and now Roland trying to run for his life. I'm not sure whether this is his last chair or not. I don't remember clearly. Misses that swing, but I think the kid will still connect in this drop down hit.
What?
But he decides to jump down instead.
Yeah.
But the cipher is ready. It popped.
Yeah. He wanted to use the storm. He wanted to use the storm to, you know, so that he doesn't need attack recovery. He doesn't need to swing. But Roland's still buying a lot of time. Gate's already at 50%. Ling Xue does have to be pretty careful. Oh no! The wrong gate. What?
Oh.
What?
My best bet there was that entomologist being nearby. Probably the tinnitus was popped up. That's why Alex was like, okay, if it just disappeared, it means that they're probably still around the vicinity. But entomologist was making a mad dash towards the cheerleader's gate instead, not that gate. So fortunately enough for the survivors of B4, just chase for him as well, just forcing out the ball and prevent any potential harassment coming from the forward. So yeah.
I mean, I'm just waiting to see some phenomenal wax bombs going on halfway across the map. Like you still remember God J on this map back then when he was the main hunter of GH, and his main was wax artist, and people would often respect Bandit. So looking forward to that coming into round 3 first half. Remember, guys, 4K, and we're not going to be seeing a second half before he's going to be moving on. Bringing you the commentaries for this round 3 first half is me, Nello Mello, and Chocho. Let's go.
Okay, so unexpected, not going for the forward, but instead we'll be going for the patient. Wants to deal with that hooks and the hassle to, you know, go through back and forth. But a bit of misstep coming from TY, hooking not through it, but just hooking and going the next door of that same space area. So a bit of hook usage that's not used correctly by TY, and yeah, it kind of gave Sprinzer that free hit, and now 50% wax on him.
Yeah, it's okay. His item has been refreshed by the cheerleader. Well, a little bit soon, right, with the hooks, but you can never be too careful because you're already at 72% wax and 100%. Wow! Sprinzer, FPS god happening, and it's not even 1 minute into the game. And Patient has used up all of the hooks, Chocho.
Exactly. I feel like I talked about TY being a good usage of his items when it comes to his first officer, but I think when it comes to kiter roles like Patient, he's a little bit too not too conservative. Yeah, a little bit too aggressive with using his hooks, and I think the misuse of that first hook really caused that free hit, which led to that very short kite as well. The panic can definitely be seen through the fast hooks without any patience to wait for Sprinzer to come back up. And I think one thing to mention as well, Sprinzer did a very good job getting all that wax onto the patient, which led to the instant down. Now, for ciphers being decoded, for putting that pressure onto the chair, I think he might just ball all the way to the chair to get that free rescue.
Probably should. He doesn't seem like he's balling all the way towards the chair.
He doesn't have fight as well.
Yeah. Oh, now he definitely needs to go. Oh wait, what? Oh, it's Pablo with the airplane is coming in with the tide. Okay, beautiful rescue. Yeah, he's gonna give that hit onto Pablo first, but mind you though, Chocho, everyone is here. I'm just worried that the ciphers are not gonna be enough. It's still one cipher, Chocho.
Yeah,
oh my god.
So, yeah, a rather fast match, I would say. TY tried to kite for however long he can there, but ultimately we'll see that chair and send back to the banner, mana. And now 3 of them left in the match, 2 of them half health. Right now, 4 escape is looking impossible, whereas for 4 kill for the side of Sprinzer is looking very optimal for him. 60% chance of getting that.
Yeah, I mean, man, this is looking hard. Like when you have a forward in a game like this, right? You have to consider, will the ciphers be fast enough? Because, like, by right, if you do not want to rescue the patient, you should probably just skip the Nidus and not be in sight for the hunter to just like chase you instead. So because of that rotation going on, Marlboro coming in, Pablo ZG coming in, Cheerleader was the only one to finish the cipher, and look, Chocho, it's almost 3.5 minutes in, only one cipher again been done. It's gonna be really hard here.
Yeah, I feel like it definitely is. Sprinzer, if he's gunning for that 4 kill, this is definitely a good step in the right direction. The kill pressure that he has on the map itself is amazing. Marlboro seems to be the potential next target. Full health forward with about not even 1/4 ball left in his hands. So I wonder whether he can make full use of it and potentially last a kite that could be about 3 ciphers.
Yeah, 3 ciphers. I mean, I don't know, man. Even forward has so little footballs left. Yeah, he's gonna use it all up, but I'm not sure if it's gonna make much of a difference because Sprinzer is already at full presence. He can use the hot wax and the hit. Oh, the beautiful flywheel, right? Beautiful
Exactly.
flywheel, but I'm not sure if that's gonna make a lot of difference here. Yeah, Mobo's gonna fall to that hit, and again, only one cipher, Chocho. Yeah, this is hard to swallow. Wax Artist here is perfect choice against this lineup in this big map. Yeah, Sprinzer has an iron grip on this match so far, Chocho.
Yeah, it's very tough for the survivors of RV right now, but for Sprinzer's side, it seems to be rather it's looking like a situation that Sprinzer is looking into right now. Actually, they're trying to come for this rescue. If a terror shot happens,
Oh
if
my
it's a double down
god!
even.
Oh, nice!
It's a double down,
Yeah,
and the
it's hard.
rescue does not happen, unfortunately. They brought flywheels. I'm not sure whether they were prepared for this. It seems like they weren't, considering going at wax artist. I guess you can flywheel the wax, but it really requires high level of skill and precision, and also to keep a note of your wax and looking at the hunter at the same time. So it requires so much attention. But now, dungeon has been revealed, and cheerleader has struggled free. So cheerleader trying to kite it out, but she has no pom-poms, no cheers to actually bring her nearer or further from the pallet as well as the hunter respectively. So now Pablo will be the only person that is full health in the map, still running around, and there is no cyphers over there. So unless Princer can see from here, his eagle eyes, can he see it?
Probably. Eagle Eyes activated. I mean, it's kind of hard to play in this situation. Sprinzer definitely ate in this game. He's controlling the game so well. He's not even in a hurry to chair or whatever. He's not in a hurry to do anything. It's 3 ciphers. At this point, it just feels like Raven survivors are sort of delaying the inevitable. But we'll just have to wait and see. The mind games might frustrate Sprinzer enough. Who knows? And maybe they'll open up an opportunity for cheerleader to stand up and run and decode.
Now, things are looking very tough for the side of RV survivors. 2 of them left in the map, 3 ciphers left.
Nice.
The ground, and Pablo seems like he will see the ground very soon, a matter of time. Charge attack failed, however, he does have 800 wax.
Yeah,
So-
plenty of supplies. Plenty of supplies to work with here. Teleport straight away. He's like, okay, it's fine. Oh wait, what?
The photo of the raw cipher, but
Oh, wrong
doesn't
cipher.
matter.
Cheerleader should stand up here for sure. You should not wait any longer.
Yeah.
But wait, maybe he might not find. Yeah, he doesn't find the cheerleader yet, so maybe delaying it might be
I feel
a
like
good...
Sprinzer, I feel like we are seeing a side of a clumsy Sprinzer. Like, he's very serious and very not clumsy at the start of the match, and he knows what to do and everything. But when it comes to a situation where he kind of like pretty sure that he knows that he's gonna get a 4 kill, we do see a side where he just teleports wrongly, he forgets where he downed the cheerleader, and now he's having a hide and seek situation with the cheerleader that's on the ground. It's kind of cute, and we see him trying his best, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I mean, he's still looking. He's taking his time. Probably has one of his hands with a burrito or something. I don't know.
one hand on burrito and then eating at the same time, so he looked away for a second and he forgot.
Yeah, he forgets. He's like, okay, wait, how do I do this? I left click. Okay. Okay, surely that's finally gonna stand up, and that's gonna reveal his position to the wax artist. Sprinzer, yeah, 64% wax. He's just...
Oh, this is what I mean. Like, it's so hard to flywheel the wax. You still have 88%. So, like, oh, that's difficult. Now, the Kiri trying to kite it out, but the pom-poms will cause a slowdown after being used. So, it seems like the Kiri has submitted to his fate. And
What do you think he's doing
just wants
here?
to be friendly here. I think Spencer
What do you
wants to
think he's
let
doing
them.
here?
I think Sprinza wants to be that friendly hunter that we want him, right? To give that tie.
No way, no way. I think he just wants Aeroplanes to bleed out a little bit more. That's the Sprinza I would expect to do. He wants the Aeroplanes to bleed out a little bit more. Yeah, see,
But
he's
you
buying
see,
time. He's buying time. He wants the Aeroplanes to bleed to death. Then he hits the cheerleader.
Oh, that's toxic. I think he's gonna let the dungeon. I don't think Sprinza.
No, the 4K is gonna settle it. Why would he give a dungeon? He just knows that Pablo might be gunning, because the moment he chairs the cheerleader, or the moment he leaves the cheerleader on the ground, he's gonna be bleeding to death before he can even find the Aeroplanist. So the smart play would be to just slow down the cheerleader at all times and let the Aeroplanist bleed to death. That's his game plan, I feel.
All right, sounds very right. So we shall see. Once she go into the roller coaster, I guess Sprinza is gonna follow along. Eh?
Okay.
Okay. How?
Oh, he wants to see
where Pablo is.
Oh, he sees! He knows Pablo! He saw Pablo. Oh my god, because he knows that he's definitely crawling from the first station to the dungeon, right? So this is the only route available. Wait, what?
Survivors. Oh! Missing that swing, unfortunately. Great timing from the side of Pablo, and now trying to buy time, but yeah, there's no jetpack. There's nothing you can really do here. So yeah, the surrender does happen. So we have to give our congratulations and flowers to Team B for you.
Kind of an uphill battle if you think about it. Now that you broke down those two big factors of the barmaid and enchantress, how ineffective their skills may be, but we have to just wait and see, right? What's on paper might be different in practice, and we're gonna find out, ladies and gentlemen, in this match with QNY and CH4. Once again, that's Eli O. I'm Potch Spice. We are commentators for this round one first half of the COA qualifiers.
All right, looks like we're gonna go straight for potential factory chase, and this is what we talked about. Oh, actually, no, they're gonna go ahead and leave here, trying to find a different survivor, maybe locating, it looks like going for the aeroplanist first. So going for the rescuer first, getting the tide turner out of the way, could be optimal in the long run. Looks like we're gonna see already Nato locating towards this god kiting area, and is actually gonna go towards factory, but we talked about how Opera Singer does not mind chasing in factory, one of the few hunters in the game that actually is fine with this. Nato, nice bait there, is gonna use the air jetpack here, but I think he's still gonna actually take a hit, so it ends up being wasted, unfortunately. And the downside to the situation as well is that he's not gonna have that later in the game here. He needs to make it to... Oh, barmaid did not give a drink as well, so I'm not really sure.
Yeah,
maybe
the rotation. Yeah, I think he was above. So now Nato kind of out here in the open using his jetpack, and unfortunately couldn't make it to the pallet in time. And that's what's so hard about Opera Singer. It's like you cannot rely on pallets. Like you got to pre-drop them, and unfortunately he got it a little too late. And now we have the first down in the first minute of this match. No rescuers. Not really sure if we can see the traits that will be on screen, but I'm pretty sure that he's the only... He definitely has a tide turner, and that is out of the equation now.
And you know what? That's also a fast down onto the rescue character. So that's going to be a pretty important as this match plays out. We see two ciphers with significant progress, 50% on another one, but that is not great progress for early game against an Opera Singer here. We're going to see him go back to the chair here, pressuring this. It looks like it's going to be 9-3-3, the Enchantress, maybe going for an after-half rescue, but already finding him, but it's after half, so they're going to be forced to go for a direct after-half rescue, which is extremely it's going to put them at a huge disadvantage here, as we see another jetpack get used, but the blink is available.
Oh, he's unable to get it. This is going to be huge for Nato to continue on this this chase here. So buying enough time, even though the rough start, traveling to the remnant here, and he lost sight of Nato. This is not good for the Opera Singer, Eli.
Yeah, that is actually game-changing. If he hit that blink, that would have been a great position for the Opera Singer, but now, if he doesn't find where the survivor's hiding, I think he might know. He does see the trail. Okay, so he's able to find Nato here, but that is a bit of time wasted here for the survivor side of CH4. We're going to see him teleport to the other side, goes to the swing, gets the vault off in time. Now she's going to be a mind game at the pallet here, and finally is able to secure the down with that dash. But yeah, pretty good time wasted from Nato. Enchantress will get a free heal from the barmaid as well, and so they're going to go on to the last two cipher machines, probably spread out maybe 3 different ciphers at this point, or at least they're working on 2 at the at this current time.
Yeah, just to recap to the start, again, that was an excellent start for this opera singer. Bit of a fumble on the rescue. It was after half, but I believe the airplanist had an amazing time with a rebound kite since he did lose track of him, but eventually the opera singer did catch up to him, and now three survivors remaining while 2 ciphers need to get worked on. So KX needs to find a survivor and needs to make haste and makes this opera singer round 1 work.
All right, and it looks like we're going to see the barmaid just trying to loot this area as much as possible. He's going to now utilize this pallet. Something we talked about yesterday, utilizing pallets against Opera Singer is one of the best ways to delay that down, delay the inevitable as long as possible. And especially how fast Opera Singer is, it can be hard to bait at the pallet, but gets the teleport and the hit right away. Barmaid's going to go for the heal, and it's going to be... but the barmaid doesn't have much to work with here. Does get to this next pallet. Okay. She's going to have to utilize this last pallet. There's one more pallet for the barmaid to use here. She's going to have to use it properly if she wants to get this heal off. And
does? Hang on. So close, but
that speed
able
boost
to get it. Nice. She got the heal off.
Yep.
So now this is an amazing showing so far. 8's another hit, and the last cipher is already primed. KX is actually teleporting to it, but it's too late. The end game is already a nigh.
And he's actually going to lose the endgame chance for a win here because the teleport's gone. So the probability of a 3-kill now has now been diminished. We're going to see the Enchantress use the stun just to make it to this pallet here. But one more stun to work with. She could potentially start pushing the exit gate, as I believe it will be open in time. There's the second stun. But as you see, the shadow cooldown does not get canceled there. He's able to go back into shadow form. Enchantress will go down right away. The exit gate is open for Sesame, and we will see the barmaid open the other exit gate, so this will just be a tied game. Considering that start, this is a very optimal position for CH4 and the team comp.
Yeah, the team comp, the start, not going so well, but I mean, hindsight is 2020, right? This could have been a totally different story if KX actually went for an Enchantress that was not fed with those.
It's already in factory. Patient can hook into factory. So it's difficult. I guess you go for the Gardener first, who is LJ, who's a very good kiting player. So I guess that would be pretty optimal for QNY, but maybe not too great. But anyways, getting into our match here. This is the second half of round number 1 of QNY versus CH4 for the Call of Abyss 7 qualifiers for NAAU. I'm Eleo, joined with Pot Spice, and we will be bringing you the live commentary for this matchup.
All right, folks, here we have a Hermit in round 1, second half. Ling, mastermind when it comes to these type of picks. He did opt for this character instead of the Opera Singer, which we heralded as a really good pick for this map and also for this lineup. But you know what, Cypher Rush is definitely not going to be in their side, so it depends on the first target. It seems like FY is in the area, so FY on that Mercenary, probably getting the Rescuer out of the way to start.
And as a Hermit, you can chase Mercenary just due to the fact that Hermit does 0.6 damage instead of 0.5, and Mercenary will not have that delayed effect if that does come into fruition here. But FY is going to go towards the window here, just trying to evade line of sight, but running into the Hunter a little bit too much here. He's going to be forced to use another elbow pad a bit early. And yeah, FY already down 2 elbow pads, and it's going to get the stun right away here. They're able to share damage here, so FY can take multiple hits. Ling also carrying teleport, so he can teleport away here if he wishes to do so, which he is potentially considering here, it looks like.
Nope, it seems like he's gonna he's gonna chase out Shevchenko to start things out. He already has his skill, by the way. Now he's gonna use it. Unfortunately, unable to get through the window. That could have been crazy if he got that. But luckily for Shevchenko, he's able to kite the stun out.
That's actually a game-changing miss because now the patient can live through this. He also has a speed boost here. Did get the stun to slow him down a little bit, but he could use a hook at the window. Is he gonna use Oh, he just hooks into the wall accidentally.
Someone's got to change that window. If both Hunter and Survivor miss that, they need to be big. Okay. But all's well that ends well for Ling. That miss hook actually kind of negates this chase, but now he's able to get it. No more hooks on Shevchenko, but this factory loop, Eli, like you said, is going to be a problem if he can't stop this this kite from happening.
Yeah, and we're going to see that second hit there. Ling might actually just teleport away here. or just that also works. It's gonna go for the mercenary. He's forced to use the last elbow pad, and dealing with the mercenary is quite nice. There's no more tide turners, or I guess patient does have tide turner, but there's no main rescuer besides that. And mercenary already has a stun on him, so.
I just love the fact that Ling is actually attacking the resources of the survivors, right? The patient has no more hooks to work with. FY has already used his last his last elbow pad and is going to eat that hit, and everyone is injured, Eli. So just a very proficient play, slowly dissecting and dwindling the resources of the survivors is working out quite well for Ling.
Going to use the teleport to catch up to FY here. But he does have 2 orbs available, so we're going to see him probably just use both of them. FY needs to dodge at least one, and he does not. So he's going to take both those stuns there. He's going to go down here with this hit, and the Cypher progress is not quite good enough, unfortunately, for CH4. A lot of damaged survivors as well. And yeah, I think the situation was kind of just the mercenary. There was 2 times during the first kite where we actually kind of ran into the hunter. So that's why looking behind you is super important. But unfortunately, that did not work out for FY here. And Ling's got a pretty fast down. He's got basement, he's got damage on the board, and he's got Cypher control. So this is already looking really good for him.
Yeah, so Magician has wanted order. Shevchenko is actually in the air, well, kind of giving that tinnitus, but Patient, it's going to be hard for him to even approach because he has no tools. He does have the tide turn, but basement, mercenary, it's going to be hard for him to even get out. So maybe he's just feeding that tinnitus. Mercenary is about to expire through the halfway mark. Hopefully Ling doesn't spot out Shevchenko. He is crouching in the corner there. If he just turns a little more to the right, and he'll be able to spot him out. But right now, Ling's just playing this kind of close to the chest and playing it conservatively, just eliminating one survivor at a time.
Looks like I don't think they're gonna rescue at this point. Obviously it is basement. Mercenary has no items to rebound with, and also Mercenary will not have a delayed effect. He will go down right away because of the 0.6 damage from Hermit. So there's really no point here. It looks like they're gonna not even decode. They're kind of just running around at this point. I'm not really sure. I guess they don't want to give free charges. They want to make Ling use a double charge, but obviously at this point Ling's gonna have 4 charges ready. He's gonna have 2 teleports, he's gonna have 2 regular shocks, so I think it doesn't really matter if you push Cyphers here.
True,
but,
and yeah, I still think that Ling has the advantage here, but now Gardener already has a charge on her. So now, and just teleports right away, just wanting to make sure that he just gets a lot of cake in the vicinity, gets the stun, and now gonna get that hit onto the Gardener. So this is a little unfortunate that the Gardener, once she touched the Cypher, able to get the teleport right in.
And actually Gardener runs back into the blue orb, so it's going to pick up an extra shock there. Unfortunate misstep from the Gardener. This is going to allow Ling to go for 1 more stun and secure the down here. And Ling's going to use the shock. It actually misses there. Gardener needs to dodge this and is not able to do so. She's not going to go down just yet, it looks like. But yeah, I mean, there's still 3 Cyphers remaining, and it's a Hermit. So
yeah, it's slowly building towards that inevitability. Oh, interesting shot at the sky there.
That one.
Tried to go for a 3, went for the court line, and now we see a lot of cake trying to hide behind this pallet. Unfortunately, unable to get it, but still he is on the hunt. This will share damage with that patient. So, and also the Magician. So now the patient is actually at less than half health, and now the Gardener has fallen down, Eli. So not looking too good for our survivors, but the Cypher progress is still a lot left to be desired.
It's not enough, yeah. And the thing is, with the Hermit connection here, Lings can connect all 4 Cyphers, or even just 3, and let one of the Cyphers prime. They're not going to be able to pop the 4th one with this amount of time. He's going to disconnect so they can't share, or they can't change charges, I guess.
Possibly.
I think. But anyways, we're going to see... it looks like Patient's probably going to be the one coming for the rescue. Magician can push Cyphers. But I don't think it really will matter. The other thing here is that Ling, by disconnecting Cyphers, Ling can hit the Patient from the distance and then teleport back to chair, and Magician cannot share damage with him as long as he hits him with a blue orb here, because there's no way he can change his charge. Yeah, he can't change his charge because the Cyphers aren't connected anymore. And he's not going to be able to make this rescue.
Yeah, so Shevchenko is already hit. He's going to just teleport right to the chair just to cut him off. And it seems like just the slow inevitability of how Ling started this match off, right? He's just was so good at just injuring everyone, attacking everyone's resources, and just controlling the match. And that's what every Hermit match wants to be, and that's what every Hermit main desires the outcome to be. So Gardener is close to expiring, Magician and Patient are sharing a charge, but at this point it seems like endgame is still going to be pretty far, since both of them are going to be spread out a little too thin here if Shevchenko takes this next chase.
Yep, and it looks like they're able to pop one of these ciphers, I think, or almost.
Wow.
But he's going to teleport right under the Patient here. Does have a shock to work with. He's going to miss that one, but yeah, just a matter of time here for this Patient. And that's going to secure the down. And yeah, now all he has to do is find out this Magician. We see the last cipher at 70%, but it doesn't really matter. Link can connect all three of those ciphers, and it's going to take a really long time to pop that 30%. It's going to take 3 times longer, essentially. So at this point, it's really just going to come down to, I guess, if this Magician can stay out of range of Ling long enough. And I think Magician will go down to a regular hit. There's enough damage on him where 0.6 is enough to down him.
And not to mention, if they even try to get the that end game to pop, there's still the gate, and actually he vaults into him. So interesting play there. Patient is up. That was actually kind of questionable because he did get stunned. He got attracted in that AoE that Ling did drop there. So definitely Ling would gladly take that gift from the gods. All right, wrong vault. Let's not prolong this chase any longer. So Shevchenko is up, already used the self-heal. Magician is healing up, but this is just a back and forth at this point. And like I mentioned before, the exit gate is still going to be a problem if they get the ciphers prime.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he thought that the Hermit teleported to the other side of the wall, which is, I guess... I mean, obviously it is possible Hermit can teleport through walls like that, but obviously you got to pay a bit of attention. We've seen that from Q&Y, unfortunately, a little bit with the first kite from the Mercenary, and also with the Magician. We're going to see the down onto the Patient here. Link's going to teleport to the last cipher, and that's going to be able to secure the 4 kills as long as he sees where the Magician is. There's the 4 kill for Ling here. That's going to be a...
He's a painter.
The painter is a painter. And then the batter is obviously... batter's actually pretty good on Church, because when the Hunter goes to vault the Church window, you can actually just push them back and push them off the window if they're revaulted. It buys a lot of time. So I'm actually surprised we don't see the batter spawn Church. I would have liked to see that instead in the Dancer spawn Shack. But anyways, getting into our match here. This is the first half of round number 2 of QNY versus CH4 for the Columbus 7 NAEU qualifiers. I'm Elio, joined with Potch Spice, and we will be bringing you the live commentary for this match.
All right, here we go, folks. And shout outs to chat. They are saying Akko was the Mad Eyes player, but that was one from Japan, from Team RC. It wasn't Akko. It was a Korean one, but thank you for so yeah. But we are back to the match here. Y Knight already at the Broken Walls area trying to find his first survivor, but unfortunately they have rotated already. So again, with this Sculptor, you want to be able to get to at least the tier 2 statues, because the meta has not favored her as of late, because they know how to be able to counter this. Xia actually almost in the immediate line of sight of Y Knight, but unfortunately unable to get it. So they're doing a great job just avoiding, and 2 ciphers have been moving so far in this 1 minute mark. But I think Nato might take this first kite. It's going to be the batter.
It looks like it's going to be the batter. We have seen Sculptors kind of fall off the meta recently, as well, I was about to say the statue hitbox is not too good, but we already see an immediate statue onto the Sculptor. We're going to see that pushback here. Chasing a batter is a bit risky just because a batter's increased vaulting speed and also kite potential, but he does unfortunately kite to one of the Survivor Cypher machines as well, so this will slow it down a little bit. A nice push from Nato, though, and that's going to get him to the pallet. It's going to get the blink out. He's going to risk the ball. It does take the chip, but it actually ends up being worth it in that he doesn't actually... he doesn't take as much damage, but there's another chip right out after that.
Nato, unfortunately, getting clipped by these statues, and also Y Knight eating these hits. That's the last of the cricket ball that Nato did expend. Nice avoidance of that statue. He's not going to camp this pallet. Flywheels, but doesn't go towards the pallet, so Y Knight is actually the one that's camping this pallet. Nato not having much to work with. He's going to be able to juke out the first hit, but the second hit does connect.
All right, so it's going to be down onto the batter here, and this is going to be a relatively long first kite, but the Cypher progress is a little bit slow in that he did kite through some of the Cypher machines here. He's going to use the chisel onto the painter. And just gonna slow down the progress as much as possible. Two ciphers will go down here, it looks like. But the thing is, they didn't actually bring a rescuer character at all here, so they kind of are in a situation where, do they even go for a save at this point? It looks like Shaz rotating in for potential rescue here after half. Painter will be able to pop the cipher machine, but yeah, nope, nobody's actually there to make the save, so not sure.
Yeah, Nai 3-3's kind of making that rotation, but it seems like at this point, Batter is going to be full blood. So maybe they're just going to go for a sacrifice here, but they have to make haste because 2 people are giving that tinnitus, but we need 2 more ciphers to kind of pop. So now Nai 3-3 is going to try to chase the attention away, and Xia might actually get the backdoor rescue, Eli.
Yeah, he's going to be able to get the vision onto the Hunter as well, so he can start making that painting, but I just noticed the Hunter actually does not have detention. It is going to be insolence and trump card. So this is a high 4-kill build. This is a do or die build, essentially. 4-kill or no kill is what we like to call it, but looks like he's gonna be able to get the full presence and does get the down onto the Batter here. You kind of see the unfortunate downside of utilizing Painter in opposed to a different type of kite / support character, and that Painter can't really do much if the Hunter just walks away or doesn't look at the Painter. Obviously the Batter can just the Batter did try to run away, but the Painter can't really utilize the painting. For example, if you had maybe like an Antiquarian or a Prospector, you go for the stun and buy some distance. But yeah, looks like he's gonna get a chip onto the Acrobat here with that full presence statue in pretty good position for Y Knight. But as long as the Cyrus make it to endgame, they will be safe, and that there is no detention.
Yeah, this is a full presence Sculptor, by the way. So he did an amazing job dropping Naito, because I think 3 of the hits were all Sculptor hits. And now the blink does pop and Acrobat has fallen down, but the last cipher is already being worked on here.
Yep.
So they still have their they still have the resources about them, and Painter is actually the one working on this last cipher. So Female Dancer has to be primed for this rescue. I think Trait Swap has already been used, but that doesn't matter because he's just used the blink to down this this Acrobat.
And the other thing about this situation is that the survivors, I'm hoping, will be able to acknowledge that the Hunter does not have detention based off of the fact that he's trade swapped and had insolence be popped. So they should pick up on that at this point, and they should know that there is no detention. Obviously, you can only have 2 of those ending traits. Is able to get a chip onto the Dancer here. Another chip onto the Dancer can stop the rescue, but they do have the Cipher Machine ready, and there is a slow box, so this is actually going to waste a lot of time. Y Knight cannot really chase Acrobat, or he doesn't want to, at least because of all the bombs. So he's going to commit to the Dancer here, and is able to mind game the Dancer and get the down here, but Trump card is not going to be ready. Now, the biggest question here is if he can actually use the Chisel to potentially down the Survivor on the exit gate. The gate is not going to be open just yet, so we're going to see him use the Chisel 97, and yeah, the gate is open at this point.
So a time is in the air for them to make. Again, yeah, Painter dropping the painting here, so I don't think it's gonna, there wasn't much effect of the Painter, but they still got the tied game. Again, great stuff from Y Knight, again using that Sculptor again.
Yeah, getting into our match here, I think for the most part Ling is going to I don't think he's going to teleport this time. I think teleport is more for a larger map. I think it makes a little bit more sense to have potentially a blink build, and that would be safer for a map like Red Church. But I guess we will find out in a moment here. You also have the Psychologist for countering the Hermit's chip damage. So yeah, let's see. Looks like we have, this is the second half of round number 2 of QNY versus CH4 for the Call of Us 7 NAU qualifiers. I'm Elio, joined with Potch Spice. We will be bringing you the live commentary for this match.
All right, folks, here we go back at the Red Church we are, and back to chat I'm going to look at, because Horton Hines says that the Mad Eyes we're looking for is you, MS is you, from, and it was in Ever Sleeping Town, so shout outs to you guys in chat for giving us the information. And now we're going to give you the action here as Shevchenko takes this first kite again in these walled areas. Ling has to be careful when he tries to go for those shocks. Again, he's not at full presence just yet, so Shevchenko has to be careful. Eats a blue shock, but he already moves onto a pallet here, so Ling continues on the chase to this Acrobat.
All right, Ling also does have Insolence, and I think that is actually Teleport. So you continue with the same build as last game here, it looks like. We're going to see the Acrobat's going to use this bomb a little bit early here to avoid. Again, breaking line of sight is very important. He needs to go for the dodge. Oh, it's the connect, though, through the wall. Ling is slowed down by the bomb, so he can actually, Acrobat can make it to the pallet here. So good usage of the slow bomb there from the Acrobat. is going to need to transition away as soon as possible, but Ling is able to get the shock back in time and avoid the red bomb. Goes in the pallet as well. So this allows the Acrobat to waste this pallet too, so I actually think that's pretty optimal for Ling in reality. He also has the teleport shock to work with. Will he teleport away completely, or is he going to continue here? It looks like he will teleport away. And what's great about this is the survivor actually already has a charge on them. It is going to be the mercenary again, so we're going to have a potential rematch for FY. Let's see what he can do.
FY has to be very careful.
2 elbow pads right away.
Yeah, not even in the first 10 seconds of this chase. So we'll see if Ling's gonna bait out another elbow pad usage again. He's doing the same game plan. He's just dwindling the resources, gonna get the shock onto FY, and FY has a potential kite on his hand here with one more elbow pad, and he uses it right away. So again, the mercenary is going to be a standing target here with some pallets to work with, and this again, Ling just depleting the resources of the survivors.
Yeah, all 3 elbow pads already gone here. It's really not too good here for FY. We're going to see the charge here is able to connect, and Ling should be able to get this hit. And so this is a little bit of a different situation. Survivors already have pretty decent Cypher progress. And now the Acrobat and the Entomologist both at half health, so they can heal up eventually. But FY, yeah, doesn't have any elbow pads left to work with. Link's going to go for the charge. Actually changing targets. Going to try to stop the heal here, yeah. And he's able to get the Entomologist.
Wow, and now Acrobat and Entomologist. A simple breeze would actually knock them down. A lot of cake is actually in the vicinity now, gets the hit onto him, and now a lot of cake is going to eat that damage. Again, Psychologist can tank those hits, but at this point, it's going to be tough. Everyone is injured, even the mercenary. So we're going to see another teleport happen, and Shevchenko is already moving on away from the Graveyard Cypher.
Unfortunately for QNY, just too many free hits, and that's something that you never want to give, especially against a hunter like Hermit, where every bit of damage matters for this hunter. Ling is going to try to shock the window, but we're going to see the Acrobat go ahead and transition away. Does get the red bomb, so this will buy a little bit of extra time, but as soon as he gets his shock back, I think he's going to be able to secure that. Gets the down before he pulls him back to the other side of the pallet here. Yeah, this is really good for Ling here. Very minimal Cypher progress. We see 2 Cyphers done, but the problem is a lot of injuries on the board. Mercenary does not have any items left to work with, and I guess it's possible for CH or for QNY to pull this out, but it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. That pallet drop, the animation happened, but he still got pulled back, and now he's gonna just put 2 charges here. So FY gonna be forced to eat it. Yeah.
Nice
oh
play.
My goodness. Hits the terror shock as well. But wow, Eli, that was actually not the most optimal for the hunter. He's gonna potentially get a double down situation here, but now Shevchenko gets another hit. Entomologist does fall. So sorry, the distributed damage, the mercenary is still up, I believe.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be the difference there. Yeah, FY, unfortunately, having a really difficult time here. Using those elbow pads early, then the terror shock on the rescue. Link's able to secure the down as well. 3 survivors down, and mercenary almost dead as well. And no Cypher progress since the last down, essentially. This is looking like a wrap at this point, but
yeah,
it's
that's
looking
terrifying. The combination that he did, the terror shock, the continuous hits onto the shocks, also just for the distributed damage, and now they're kind of forced to heal up. We're still at the midpoint of the game here, even though we're hitting the 5-minute mark, because that's how long Hermit matches usually go. But it seems like FY, I mean, it's gonna be so hard to even try to attempt a rescue at this point, but they kind of have to if they want to stay alive. But yeah, resources are just not on their side, Eli. It looks like a checkmate situation.
Looks like Ling is going to connect the remaining Cyphers here. Is going to go ahead and teleport towards the mercenary. Yeah, honestly, just commit to the mercenary. He's had pretty good success against this player so far, so let's see what he's able to do. Is going to stop the mercenary in their tracks here and get the down onto the merc here. We're going to see the Entomologist and the Psychologist already almost down, and still 3 Cyphers remaining. They do have the last 3 Cyphers at 70 plus, but nobody can rescue, and it's a Hermit. So
yeah, definitely putting a hard stop on the objectives here. And yeah, at this point, like, nothing really counters what's on the screen, and seems like it's just a slow bleed at this point, and Ling definitely made that Hermit play work out. I think where the first domino piece to fall out, that was definitely that terror shock situation, and just the first chair that did happen. And now at this point, it's hard for them to kind of dig themselves out of this hole. So what do you do in this type of situation, Eli? Because it seems like, yeah, Psychologist is still down. Entomologist could potentially go for this rescue, and I think he's gonna just do that.
Yeah, so Psyche's gotta knock herself down so she can get the Entomologist enough health to make the rescue. But the thing is, it doesn't really matter. Link's gonna teleport back over. He's gonna shock the survivor here. Does hit the mercenary down as well. Mercenary's dead on shares. The rescue was after half. And again, there's just not enough Cypher progress to finish this game out here. Down onto the Entomologist.
Triple down. Wow. Yeah. Psychologist gets back up, but I mean, this is definitely a dominant Hermit display, not once, but twice, folks, on maps that Hermit doesn't necessarily succeed in. And the fact that Ling was able to make it work with an incredible survivor lineup that QNY did bring out to the table, it just shows the skill level that he has. His hunter instincts are definitely on point, and his cool, calm, and collectedness is just there. He's just going to teleport straight into the Cypher, but it was technically the wrong one, so a lot of cake does have a little bit of time to transition away here, but at this point, they do get that surrender, and we do call GG's. CH4, ladies and gentlemen, are your winners, and they will be moving on to face B for you.
Play Psychologist, so it must have been Psychologist, because Embalmer would be very good not only at spawning inside Factory, but it's also a good character against Dream Witch and Opera Singer. So you actually cover both bases there, whereas Barmaid's only good against one. So anyways, getting into our match here, we are going to have the first half of round number 1. This is the final match to see who will be the second team qualifying for NAU in the Call of Abyss 7. And it is going to be B4U Sprinter on the Hunter side versus the CH4 Survivors. I'm Elio, joined with Potch Spice, and we will be bringing you the live commentary of this match.
And here we have it, folks. The Opera Singer already making her way towards the factory area, chasing down their first target. I believe it is the patient. Unable to get through the window, but now that was kind of close. That Terror Shot could have been there, but did a slow vault, and now Sesame has to be very careful in this loop. Still has the hook on cooldown here, but he's going to have to go down the stairs conventionally and just drop down that pallet. So early chase onto this patient, working out quite well for Sprinter.
Yeah, it is working out quite well. So the goal for the patient at this point is at least to get the blink out. We're going to see Sesame is able to make it to this window. Does have another hook to work with. Oh, he's going to teleport back to the shadow. And Sesame hooks. Oh, he hooks backwards. Can he make it to the window in time here? And the answer is no. Sesame hooking too early here. You have to make sure that the hunter does not use their shadow teleport there. And that is a very fast down onto Sesame here. And was not able to get the blink out as well. So this is a really good start for the Opera Singer.
Saving Grace, he still has another hook to work with, but Xia is actually going to be chased out of his Cypher, and it is the Barmaid, so it is going to be a little tough. So one Cypher is moving, so it just begs the question. Yeah, Nato is actually making his way for this rescue, but Sprinter is sitting on top of another Cypher that is being blocked from opening, and now Nato might have to eat this hit and just goes for a conventional rescue. Hopefully he gets his hook on just so that he can transition to a better part of this map.
Yeah, we're going to see is able to use the hook there to make it into the factory, but I don't think he can really get anywhere with this. He's also not able to get the blink out as well. He's just going to go ahead and use this time to die in the upstairs area factory just to waste as much time as possible here. Barmaid's going to give a drink to the aeroplanist so they can get that heal off, but yeah, the Cypher progress is just not at all where it needs to be for CH4 here. One Cypher done, but really no progress on any of these other Cypher machines. And that's just the power of Opera Singer. The early game chase is just so good. The mobility is so good, and yeah.
And you mentioned it, Eli. Like just the factor was a non-factor in this chase, because he was able to just go through the remnants and just kind of bait out activity from this patient. Unfortunately, the hook didn't. It was an early hook, that second hook. And the third one, he was already in mid-air, mid-flight, and the trajectory was entering the factory, and Spritzer was well on his way to get in there. So he's going to have his first survivor out of the game, and Nato will be his next chase.
Oh, he's going to get the hit onto the airplanist as well. Nato did not use the air boost. He used the other one instead here. He's actually going to change to the Barmaid, trying to get a hit there, but was not able to get the swing off before the pallet dropped here. And Barmaid is not going to use the pallet. We see some of these teams just opting not to use the pallets here, and it's actually kind of been costing them. Sprinter does still have blink, so I don't think Barmaid is going to be able to last this, even with the speed drink. Opera Singer can catch up right away here. Spencer goes for the blink. He's going to use that to secure the down here. And the problem with problem for CH4 is they don't have they don't have enough cipher progress. So they're 75 on one, they have 50% on another, and they don't even have the third cipher yet. So with the survivor injured, no more tide turner. Don't think there's much left to be done here.
Yeah, just an incredible showing of Spencer and his mobility, just really having a hunter showcase why the Opera Singer is meta, and just immediately was decisive with that blink going through that window. And now we see the painter in the mix here, still has to make a painting for him to get that stun. Drops the pallet, but now it's going to be a little late of a, well, like he's going to make it just in time, but now he's going to get that hit for the last effort to pop on the painter. So at least this barmaid is still going to continue on this chase, but look at that, can't even make it to the window, Eli.
Yeah, that's just the power of the Opera Singer. Such a fast one. We talk about in factory how you can just dash between those narrow areas, get those speed boosts, and catch up to the survivors right away here. I think Painter's gonna be able to, or Airplane's gonna be able to pop one of these ciphers, but still a full cipher machine to go at this point. So I really don't know what CH4 can do after that. And yeah, just that first down was just so fast onto the patient. And you really just see the power, even in factory, such a great kiting area ended up not even mattering at that point.
Yeah, just really just exemplifies why this hunter is just so dangerous in a map, even in an unconventional map where factory is the best part for the survivors, but here it's just a regular day in the office for this Opera Singer. So now, yeah, Painter was actually forced to use the self-heal. Probably is going to try to make it back. There's not enough time though, and two ciphers still remain. One is about to be primed, so the last cipher is still sitting at 6%. So this next kite by Nato has to be exemplary for them to be able to push for that endgame.
Gonna go ahead and use, I think does use the air jetpack here. Yeah, Opera Singer, of course, can just catch up right away. There's no pallet here to work with. Is able to secure the down onto the aeroplanist here. And the painter already, I think Spencer knows that he has enough time to actually make it to this last cipher before the painter is able to get it ready. Does have a painting to work with, but yeah, it's not too much to do after that. Spencer still will have trump card available pretty soon, so really just a matter of time here. He sees that the cipher progress is about 20%, but he's gonna try to play around the painting. Let's see if he's able to do so. He's gonna drop the pallet here. He's gonna does look into the painting there, so that's gonna buy a little bit of extra time for 933. We're gonna see Nato get back up, but because Spencer has his trait still available, that actually makes it so he can teleport to the last cipher machine if Nato begins to work on it.
True. So just playing it very patiently. He already knows victory is within sight here, and now trying to hide behind the pallet, unable to get the hit. So that was a good pallet drop, and I think the next painting is ready for 933 to work with. The remnant though unable to drop the painting in time, and the painter has already used the self-heal. There's the teleport like you called out, Eli, and now Nato has to kite away from the factory.
He did miss his shadow dash there, so that's going to put him on the cooldown. So that gives Nato a little bit of time to work with here, but yeah, it's just going to be a mind game at this pallet here. Does miss, and he is able to secure the down here. Nato no longer with self-heal, so now he's just going to go back for the painter here. I think painter can get back up, but I don't think it's going to matter. Can painter get up? I'm actually not sure.
I think he used it, because
I guess not. Yeah.
I think again, folks, we're going to head back to Leo's memory with another Opera Singer match. Again, this is CH4 as the hunter, and before you on the survivor side, that's Eleo. I'm Potch Spice. Will be your commentators for this round 1 second half.
All right, and it looks like we're getting to the match here. Ling is going to go straight for Roland, the first officer. So going for the same approach that we saw with Ravens in the last round, going for this rescuer character first here. And so Roland is going to be picking up this first kite. Let's see what he's able to do. He's going to go ahead and use that pocket watch. Now, the question is, does Ling commit here, or does he just bait out the pocket watch and leave? Looks like he's just going to get a watch out and leave here. So, yeah, we see this from a lot of the Opera Singers. They want to get the items out of the way, right? And so getting out one of those watches right away is very strong, and does find the patient here. So I think this is a pretty good find here for Ling.
I love how Schmitty pre-dropped the pallets, and now he's already transitioning towards the second story of factory, and now forcing Ling to go for green this time. And green is actually on the gardener, which we said that was the first chase, but let's see how green plays around with this bubble so that he'll be able to extend this kite. But so far, I love how they're not kiting in front of each other. They're not disrupting the Cypher Rush. And now this is technically the first chase.
Oh, he's going to go for the blink. That's actually a super risky place to blink, because if you don't directly blink straight through the pallet, your blink will actually hit the barrier on the side, and it just misses. I've done that so many times, and I think I've seen a lot of hunters do that. So that's actually pretty important here. Green is able to get the bubble here, so he is able to, yeah, he's able to keep the kite alive a little bit longer, but he has to watch out for the shadow. We're going to see the shadow teleport. Does not get the vault off in time. Opera Singer is just too good, dude.
It's too fast, dude. Like, I mean, that was an excellent play by Green, right? He got the bubble right in time for the swing, and she has a fast swing animation. He played that really well, but yeah, it's just the Opera Singer, and I love the chair placement of Ling just interrupting Schmitty's Cypher. And Schmitty has already used it's a grappling hook, so he is also dwindling the resources. No, Pocket Watch is only at 1, and grappling hooks are at 2.
Schmitty takes a risky vault that could have potentially been a terror shock. He's actually committing really hard to this survivor here. Will he teleport back, or is he gonna? He is gonna. Oh, teleports back a little bit short there. I think maybe Ling extended a little bit too far, and this is gonna allow Green to get really far away here. So Patient is gonna get the barmaid heal as well. It's gonna be. We're gonna see the. We're gonna see the gardener get a bubble here into the shack area. And just try to use this area as much as possible, but without any pallets to work with at this point, it's gonna be a bit difficult for Green. I think he may go down here. Let's see if he can get to this pallet. This pallet is still dropped, keep in mind, and Ling actually misses the dash, which means that he can stay alive a little bit longer here.
That was a great, I mean, the transition of Green is just something to hold. And look at that, forcing out the charged up attack, and now he's under this pallet and gets the slam as well. They're doing really well so far, so Green having an amazing kite, waiting for the right time to drop down the pallet. And I would have to say there's an excellent rebound kite. Good stuff on Green's side. Ling forced to hit him out in the open, but they have definitely I mean, they're doing really well so far, but this is an Opera Singer. We can't just call the match just yet.
Although Ling, interestingly enough, does not, I don't think he has trump card. We saw confined space, so it might be an up-down blink build, which is definitely pretty risky, especially considering you need to go for a 4-kill here. I would have expected something a little bit more aggressive like the trump card. Definitely needs to find the rescuer here as soon as possible. I think he does now see... Nope, did not.
Cameras behind. Yeah, so Schmitty's actually can get the rescue on, and he does. And he's able to even body block for Green. Last 3 ciphers are actually been touched already, and Green, he's unfortunately not going to get the bubble.
A bit short. Oh, but Green actually runs into the officer's cipher machine, unfortunately, so that will slow down the progress a little bit. I guess the idea is that... Oh, no. Actually, he gets hit out of the pocket watch here and has to use his second item there. Okay, now the question is, does Ling know where the gardener died? That is the question. If he loses gardener here, that's game-changing. If he finds gardener, then that play is definitely worth it. He does find the gardener.
Okay, so good job for Ling that he's able to do that. But the fact that, you know, first officer was actually forced to use the pocket watch. Yeah, items are not looking too good, but this barmaid has already used up her heals. Patient still has a grappling hook to work with. This is the first survivor that is out. Last 2 ciphers are already on their way to being prime, but like you called out, Eli, no teleport here, so it's going to be a little tough. At least he knows that it's Shack Cypher.
Oh, but Schmitty's running into the hunter. Oh no, Schmitty runs into the hunter here, unfortunately, which means that he's gonna have to use another hook here to get away, or maybe just save it and take a hit. He might. Okay, so he might take a hit and save the hook for factory. I like this play as well. I think this is fine. Yeah, so you can use your hook to get into factory. So that is the correct play from Schmitty there.
My leg actually working on the cipher here. Gonna get caught out in the open. Oh wow, gets the hit. And this is kind of unfortunate. All 3 survivors are actually injured here. And the barmaid, the healer, has no more drinks to work with. Wow.
Oh, he is going to use the blink there. I was going to say Leg needs to at least get the blink out, which he does do. So that is pretty, that's a good job from Leg to at least force the trade out. But Link doesn't have trump cards, so it's actually not too bad. I wonder if he can make it to a chair. Oh, there is a chair here, it looks like. I was like, I forgot there's a chair at this location. So he is able to get that down. Oh wait, Link does have trump card, so he doesn't have detention. So he actually has confined space and trump card.
He does. Interesting. So let's see. Hopefully it'll work out in the end that he doesn't have to push for that end game pop to happen. Roland is going to get spotted out here. No items to work with. and Schmitty actually using the hook to just close out some distance to possibly go for this rescue before half. Ling is gonna have to try to shadow dance his way to get there.
Too.
Yeah, beautiful rescue.
He's able to get the charge attack, downing the barman here. That's the second share. And the thing is, I don't know, I don't recall which were the last two ciphers here. I think one of these ciphers, right, is this 85 cipher. I think it's this container cipher right here.
And then the other one, I think Schmitty's working on, it's over at Shack.
Oh, but you can't give a free rescue.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta make sure you don't give a free rescue here. Yeah, he's gonna go back to chair here because Roland doesn't have any items left. And that is the downside of, and that's why you force out those items early, so then they won't have that pocket watch to work with. Ling's gonna go ahead and get the down onto the first officer with the slow ball. Can he teleport back to the chair here? No, the Shadow Clone disappears. The Shadow Clone actually disappears, which means that Schmitty can get a free rescue here. And now it's just MyLeg's gonna try to live through this, but gets the hit. And Opera Singer is just too good.
Too good, man. Look at that. He's gonna go for a triple down situation. Schmitty, unfortunately, gonna get caught out here. Again, he does have 2 hits to work with, and these last 2 ciphers are gonna be so hard to pop. One over at Shack, one over here at the center part of the map. And yeah, first officer is gonna get picked up by Schmitty, but this is the last share of that barmaid. Again, excellent rescues on Schmitty's side, but Opera Singer is too good, man. Opera Singer is him.
Opera Singer, yeah, definitely. I think Ling might have trade swapped up a little bit prematurely. I would have liked to see him maybe save for a potential abnormal play, but yeah, having teleport is fine. They still have to go through 2 different ciphers, so Ling has some time. Damn, look at this.
The window?
Just misses that there. Yeah, that's the factory Opera Singer as we talked about. So Ling's gonna look around. He's gonna make sure no ciphers are moving here before continuing the chase here. Because as soon as you see a cipher move, you're gonna want to teleport to it. But Roland, smart, is not going to go to the cipher machine, but he needs to do something, right? He needs to either decode or get an item at this point.
Yeah, you can't afford... Well, Schmitty is literally living on borrowed time at this point. You're in Shack with no items, and this is why the Opera Singer is so dangerous.
Oh, and there's the teleport play.
Wow. Yeah. Excellent down onto the patient here. Again, they still have the self-heal, so it's like only a matter of time to go back and forth. Again, you gotta love the discipline of Ling, like going back and forth here, just making sure that everything's all right. Considering, Eli, that was actually an excellent start for the team. It just takes only a couple pieces to fall into place for this type of outcome to happen for an Opera Singer match to go the 5-point game.
Yeah, absolutely. So now he's just gonna look for these survivors. Now, the game isn't necessarily over just yet, just because Ling doesn't have detention. So if they do manage to somehow pop these ciphers, it's gonna be challenging for Ling to actually win in the end game. Does he? Oh, does he not see the hide there?
Spots out
Roland,
the scratch marks
Roland
now.
Moved.
Yeah,
I feel like if he didn't move, he wouldn't have seen it.
Yo, that was kind of unfortunate. Kind of the same situation that Leg did in the dungeon area. Like, I think kind of frustrated the hunter of the previous game, but then he kind of popped up unfortunately at the wrong time. So now it's only a matter of time to go to the back and forth here. And still, he's holding on to this teleport. He's still monitoring these ciphers, and Schmitty tiptoeing around this area. Will he get found out?
And it looks like he does see where Schmitty is down here. Roland does have self-heal, so he can get back up. We're going to see the teleport back onto the other side here. Schmitty's just going to live this area as long as possible. Has an elbow pad to use, but elbow pad's into the wall. Oh no, and Schmitty's going to go down here without self-heal. Ling knows, he knows where Roland is. He's going to teleport there, and I think that's going to secure the 4-kill here for Ling. Just going to get the down there, and...
GG's.
2 ciphers remaining, a 4-kill, and a 5
Sprinter on this Clerk is very interesting. Like, we really... Again, I don't think it's our day for predictions, man. We're not supposed to buy a lotto ticket for this one. Seems like Dreamwitch is going to be subbed out for the Clerk to come on in for B4U Sprinter, while we have Entomologist, Psychologist, Forward, and the Journalist for CH4 in this round 2 first half. Once again, that's Eli O, I'm Hot Spice, and we are your commentators for this next match.
All right, looks like Sprinter's gonna go Entomologist chase first here, and Entomologist actually, okay, Entomologist not. I thought the Entomologist ran into the hunter for a second. Looks like it's gonna be okay here. Sprinter's actually gonna pick up a swing recording, and he's gonna try to use it just so he can hit the bees here. And he actually is able to chip the bees. Ento did not pull the bees back in time, unfortunately, so she's gonna have those on cooldown for the, or maybe she did. It looks like she did. Oh, actually, I'm not sure actually, but it is gonna be on cooldown for the time being. And Ento's just gonna try to kite in this area as much as possible. It's gonna be a mind game at the pallet. Gets the hit on the entomologist here. So already a very good start here. I'm actually surprised entomologist wasn't the one to spawn at Big Boat instead.
Yeah, because that'd be a tough chase. But now here at Shack, it seems like, you know, the pallets has already been used. Sprinter's still hunkering on this chase. The bees are going to try to help him, but he's going to try to block. But unfortunately, Sia's still able to get out of this Shack area and transition towards the small boat. It seems like Sprinter is going to use the blink to down this entomologist. I would have to say still an early down on the side of Sprinter. So looking kind of good on his side.
Yeah, now the good news for the survivors is they do know that Sprinter doesn't have excitement, so Ford could potentially support a rebound kite here. But the thing for Sprinter is this is a very fast down for a Clerk, and this is where Clerk can really take control. If you get a fast down as Clerk, that's where the game can change here. He does spot out the Ford early, so Ford's going to have to actually use some football to make this rescue. Does Ford have Tide Turner though? Is actually what I'm wondering.
We just have to wait and see. Nato really taking his time here. Seems like he's tried to use the football, I believe, but now gets the hit. Let's see if any rebound stuns are gonna happen. Sia's gonna use the bees to get that speed boost, and now he's gonna go for the stun, and now Sia has to try to transition.
Yeah, but I don't know if it actually matters. We're gonna see entomologist try to use the bees. Probably gonna use them at the pallet. Nope, just gonna keep looping around. Needs to use the bees as soon as possible here. Doesn't use the bees again, and it's just gonna go down.
Hits him right away, and now the bees are actually going to be a non-factor at this point. So entomologist, no items. Forward has to be very careful since he's already hit. That's the first Tide Turner that has been spent, and just like a Clerk, he is controlling that Cypher Rush. We're still stuck at 4 Cyphers with 1 Cypher that is close to being popped.
Yeah, we'll see the entomologist is going to use the heal for the forward here. Will we see a second rescue potentially? I don't know. Looks like Forward is going to pressure the rescue here, but I don't know. He's actually gonna go to the Cypher machine. It looks like it's actually gonna be the journalist that's gonna come in for a save here. Journalist does have the little dude to work with here. Is gonna go ahead and use it. He wants to make sure you hit the journalist and not the little bro, because that way you can get a free hit. They're gonna go for the body block here. Can he get the hit on the entomologist? 2 swings and misses here. Third one does not able to get it just yet. Does finally get the hit onto the entomologist here. And that is going to be the last chair for the Ento, and Forward is not in the vicinity to harass here. So yeah, very limited Cypher progress here for CH4, and this is where Clerk again can really sort of take control of this match.
Just incredible control on that hitbox, right? I mean, the misses were right, but like, they still stayed on that area. So again, Journalist had an amazing rescue, but at that point Entomologist didn't have any items. He was technically kiting with nothing on him, and gets eliminated. So now seems like Sprinter has a foothold on this match. He's controlling the Cypher Rush. He's monitoring how everything is going. We've been stuck at 4 Cyphers since I believe the 2-minute mark of this game, and now it's about to hit 4 minutes. So it's unfortunately slow, but this next kite has to matter, because Sprinter, if he gets this down immediately, it's going to be real tough.
Yeah, we are going to see, he's going to drop the little bro there to guard the pallet. Sprinter's actually going to trump card into teleporting, go for the psychologist here, and psychologist actually runs away from the pallet. So that's going to be a free hit for Sprinter. Yeah, there's no pallet here as well. That's going to be a free hit for Sprinter. He's going to be able to get a window block recording as well. So yeah, this is a really good play from him. And looks like going to check the Cypher machine, but nobody is there. They are down to their last 2 Cyphers, but it's a Clerk, so it's going to be very difficult to actually finish these Cyphers.
Yeah, so let's see how long Sesame has in him. He's doing the recordings. Nice block, and through the window, he's going to get that hit. Sprinter has his second down while he's monitoring all these Cyphers. Lower left side of the screen sees that the journalist is on that timeout. Again, yeah, when the Cyphers are being recorded, you can't really touch it, so it seems like he's going to go for this rescue, unless Nato is also in the area, actually.
Yeah, it looks like Nato is. Looks like both survivors are here. Someone needs to decode. But yeah, with 2 Cypher machines remaining, I don't really see how they can finish these against a Clerk here. It looks like we're gonna see Nato trying to bait out a recording here. Potentially a free rescue. Is able to get the save off. Can they body block a hit here? Sprinter's really just trying to swing through the body block, and does get the hit onto the psychologist, which means there is not going to be a rescue here. Forward is in the area to support. Sprinter's gonna go for an extra hit. Nope, he's gonna go back for The forward, he's gonna pick up a swing recording, try to push the forward away here. And it works, and Nacho's unable to get the stun off, so excellent job there to push the forward off of that harassment. We're going to see the Survivor try to push the other Cypher machine, but yeah, it doesn't actually matter. You can just keep recording them and slow down the Cypher progress.
True. It seems like the Survivors are living on a timer here. Psychologist is about to expire. Nato has to make a full commit here for that rescue, and I love how Sprinter is not sticking towards walls here, so now Nato might have to eat this hit to go for that rescue. And unfortunately, these Cyphers are hard stuck at 2, so Sprints are really controlling the objectives of this match. Gets a chair hit though.
Chair. But he does need to make sure he body blocks. This forward's going to come and actually takes the hit on the stun, which is actually fine because you want to be able to body block a hit. So that ends up working out favorably here. But Spencer's just going to go ahead and chase in this area. He's going to go for the light mind game trick. And forward's still here, still about half a football to work with. Does have a window block recording here, so he's going to block the psychologist. She's going to get down at the window. Now Spencer needs to be wary of this forward, though. He's going to record the middle Cypher.
Yeah, it
two
seems
Cyphers left.
Yeah, it's hard because I mean, this journalist can only go so far, right? And he's gonna try to chase out Nato. Unfortunately, doesn't have enough football to gain enough distance. Stops right in his tracks and falls down. So double down situation. That last Cypher is being recorded, forcing the journalist to actually move on away. Just blocking the window just in case, but this is the elimination chair of the psychologist.
Yeah, psychologist is dead on chair here, and with still 2 Cyphers up, it is definitely looking like a 4-kill position here. As long as he's able to record those Cypher machines, he's gonna. I wonder if he saw the. Oh, he actually did not see the journalist. Okay, but he does see the Cypher machine moving, so he's gonna go to the journalist and does now see the journalist decoding here. So forward, I think, still has self heal, which he's gonna go ahead and use right now. And but yeah, I think it should be fine for Sprinter. As soon as the forward decodes, he can just block it off here, and journalists will, I guess, just cut as long as possible.
Yeah, 93.3 still has some photographs to work with. I'm not sure if that was recorded, but
I don't think it was.
yeah, 93.3 is gonna try to prolong this kite while this forward tries to pop that Cypher, but gets put on timeout once again at 95%. Eli.
Journalist actually has 2 pallet camps, but she's not. Okay, she is going to use one now and does use it for a body block. So excellent job from the journalist. And they do make it to 1 Cypher machine, but journalist needs to make sure they leave this Cypher. That's going to be the important thing here.
Let's see if the transition is going to happen here at the shore area. Again, he has 1 more pallet camp. It seems like he drops down the pallet just to cut off the tracks. And the little bro has already been used, so that's quite unfortunate. Journalist now is going to make her way towards the big boat area. Well, hopefully the forward is going to try to make haste and try and pop this Cypher.
Absolutely. We see 933 just trying to stay alive as long as possible. Doing a pretty good job, though. This is the longest kite we've seen thus far. And again, this is the power of this 933 player. We talked about how strong they are. Misses the swing!
That was crazy.
If Sprinter actually regular swung, he would have got that, but he went for a charge attack instead, and that's going to keep the kite alive even longer here. Nato is able to even potentially get a heal off. He's got his heal primed and ready. He's going to go to that last Cypher machine now, I believe. But does get stuck on the stairs there, so finally is able to get this player down, but Nato is able to get the heal off here. And,
yeah, 933 had I mean, that was a crazy kite that he was able to do, like 2 loops around the big boat. So yeah, just a little unfortunate that Sprinter did that long charged up hit, but it still worked out in the end. Like you said, forward is all healed up. He still has some football to work with, so journalists might have to spend the heal here. But this is where is really tough, Eli. They're only worked on the last Cypher. They have to open up a new one, but it's not even touched. One's at 76, and that's constantly being monitored by Sprinter.
Well, they can just. Looks like they actually are going to open it. I was going to say they could just continue on with that 1 Cypher. Tries the flywheel, but misses the hit there, or misses the flywheel there, and that means that this is going to be 1 more hit before Nato goes down. Still has some football to work with. Spencer does know that forward is not a broad time as well, just because he is flywheel, and I think he was type turner earlier on. He's going to block the window. Forward needs to use the last bit of football here. But
tried to loop
mind game at this window.
This is tough. There's no T that's separating them. So Nato is gonna vault the window. It's gonna get blocked, and now the down happens. So journalist is the last remaining survivor that's up. Already used up the self heal. So tried to open up a new Cypher. You got to give it up to CH4 with that fighting attitude. But it seems like Sprinter's Clerk. Even though the matchup I mean, the matchup we were thought it was geared towards a Dream Witch. He still made it work with a Clerk, and he's still going to get that potential 4K here.
It looks like we're gonna see he's just gonna take down these pallets. You have to be careful. You don't want to let the journalists heal the forward, because if they do manage to get up and continue with this game, they could potentially pop the Cypher Machine. Journalist does have a syringe as well, so that is definitely the optimal item here to try to potentially get a heal off. But Sprinter already just trying to pick up Tinnitus. Once he picks up Tinnitus, he should be okay to find that journalist. But journalist, yeah, doing a pretty good job of avoiding line of sight thus far.
Yeah, doing 933. I hasn't used the syringe as much just yet, so really just sticking to the corners here, making Sprinter really work for this 5 points, right? Just giving us a tour of the island here, tour of the lakeside village, and it seems like, yeah, Journalist is gonna try to heal herself up.
Looks like, does he see Journalist hiding here? I think he's going to check this out here.
Yeah.
Does find the Journalist hiding, and 4 does not have self-heal anymore, so that it's going to be a 4 survivor elimination here, and that's another 5. Absolutely. Here we go. This is a lot of pressure here for Ling. He's going to have to go for a 4 kill here to tie things up. And we will see, of course, Paul Blem's in the end. Let's see what he's able to do in this situation. We have the B4U survivors versus the CH400 Ling here, second round of the finals match of the KOA 7 NAU qualifiers. I'm Elio, joined with Potch Spice, and we will be bringing you the live commentary for this match.
All right, folks, no time to waste here when it comes to decoding and prolonging the chase here, because it is the Hermit. He will be slowing things down. We've seen how slow and how calculated Ling has been in these past few matches, right? Really just making sure he knows where everyone is at, making sure that, you know what, they spend their resources. But with a Seer in this mix that could just keep renewing his owl, they're gonna have to be very precious with their resources. So it seems like Roland is gonna be the first lock-in of a target here, and let's see if Ling's gonna fully commit to this chase.
Yeah, so we've seen Ling do this before, where he goes and chases the rescuer first. Roland's gonna go ahead and he just drops the pallet and runs away. I feel like he could have just continued along with the kite there and tried to gain distance, but is going to use this pallet. Just going to try to make as much distance as possible. Ling does have slow pallet breaking speed, so I think this is probably Insolence Detention. Ling is going to go ahead and maybe teleport. Oh, he actually does catch sight of Schmitty the Seer here, so Schmitty's going to go ahead, try to rotate towards this big boat area. Oh, nice shock from Ling to slow down Schmitty here, but it's not going to be long enough. Schmitty can, of course, get to this window. He's going to go ahead and take this vault. Does have broken windows as well to work with. I'm interested to see if Ling will continue the big boat chase. This is a risky place to chase just because it's such a strong kiting area. Does have another charge to work with. Is going to use the charge. Schmitty was not able to utilize the owl before the shock. And I think Ling's going to teleport right now.
Seems like he's considering it, looking at the different ciphers, and he will go for that teleport. And note that Mercenary has already expended 1 elbow pad. He's going to dunk down and see Paul Blems. Paul is going to be able to injure, and he's going to be able to just get him out of that shock state. So let's see if he's going to continue on here harassing this Hermit, while Paul Blems has to be very careful.
Oh, Ling could have used a shock there, and it actually... Oh, no, I guess he would have still been stunned. Does get this before Paul gets the pallet down, but does have the Seer Owl to absorb the hit. That is a very crucial Seer Owl at this point to extend this kite even longer here. Ling's going to go ahead and change the ciphers yet again. The good thing for B4U is they're not giving away too many hits. That's sort of the goal that we talked about, is you don't want to give too many hits as a Hermit here, or against a Hermit. And that's exactly what they're doing, is they're minimizing the amount of hits here. Paul needs to dodge the shot, but he does get the connection there and the hit onto the Antiquarian.
Yeah, this is a little scary now that you said that they are avoiding hits, but you know what? The injuries are racking up slowly but steadily. And you know what? The ciphers are still connected. So reaching the 3-minute mark of the game, while Paul Blems is still doing his best to try and kite for as long as he can. He's going to try to go for a shock here, but nice avoidance here. Again, the level change is actually huge.
Yeah, that's actually a really big miss there. And this is why you see the minimap being considered a strong kiting area. And yeah, Paul Blems is utilizing it exactly how you're supposed to in this situation. Ling also not going to go ahead and break the place. He uses the teleport. Is able to avoid the teleport as well. continue to make distance. Ling does not have full presence just yet, which means that he cannot go for any double charge until he's at the full presence mark. And with that slow pallet breaking speed, he can make even more distance here. And there's already a lot of Cypher progress from the survivors.
Yeah, Paul Blem's potential MVP here, and Green performed well, but he's actually kind of outdoing Paul. But now this is actually his hit will connect. Antiquarian doesn't have much bamboo stick left to work with, and now he's just gonna just injure and then move on to the next target, and it is gonna be Schmitty. Has no owl to work with. He's gonna eat this next hit. Seer has already injured the cheerleader as well.
The problem is, like, even though Link's taking a long time to get it down, look at how many injuries are on the board right now.
Right.
Like, if Link gets this down here, they have to stop the heal before they continue any Cypher progress at this point. Ling is able to secure the down onto Schmitty, it looks like. And now the survivors do finally stop to heal up here. So that is pretty good for them. But yeah, they're already down to their last 2 Cyphers, so they do definitely have good progress.
Yeah, one's at 92, one's 66, one's at 73. This is the first chair that we are seeing on the Seer side, and the first chair we're seeing entirely. So maybe they'll be able to push for the end game, and the end game is also opens up a whole can of worms because he can connect the two exit gates. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. But like you called out, we are gonna get some heals on the board, and this provides Ling enough time to kind of recuperate and readjust his game plan. It seems like Roland is out in the mix.
Yeah, so Ling knows that they were healing, and Roland had wanted order. So he technically knows where every survivor is, and he's actually able to get a free hit onto Roland here. He needs to get back to that chair, though. The rescue, of course, was after half. He's going to use one teleport there. Does he have another one? No, it's on an 8-second cooldown. We're going to see My Leg is able to make it in for the rescue after half, though. Last 2 Cypher Machines almost ready here, so he needs to get this down onto Schmitty as quickly as possible if he wants a chance at potentially tying or winning this match.
Okay, we're going to see a body block potentially happen. He's going to be able to get it. Schmitty picks up a blue charge to share with the Antiquarian, and now he's going to try to go for a dunk here. Let's see, he changes to red to attract Schmitty.
Can he get the body block? Misses there. Oh no, he gets the hit, but it was shared damage, yeah.
Yeah, with the
last Cypher is almost ready here, 90%, almost.
He needs one more shock to get that absorb. It seems like he's going to be able to get it.
Also, Schmitty didn't get an owl during that time. I feel like all that time he would have been able to farm an owl, but I guess he wasn't able to look behind him enough there, unfortunately. So that's going to cost Schmitty a little bit here. And Link does have teleport, so the Cypher's not yet ready. This is where Hermit can get a little scary because unless your Cypher Machine's ready, he's going to teleport here. Does he see Roland is the question. That's going to be super huge. If he sees where Roland is. If he doesn't, then B4U is in an okay position. But he sees Roland. Roland's going to use the elbow pad. He needs to dodge the teleport shock here.
Yeah, he does, and that's the thing. Yeah, this is the same spot he had such a hard time and able to actually get Roland, and now gets the hit. Mercenary is down. This is the closest Cypher.
It's on the last Cypher Machine here as well. Ling needs to disconnect this last Cypher, though. He doesn't want them to be able to pop it from... Oh, I guess...
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. So he's going to disconnect.
Yeah, he has to. So now it's gonna be tough. Mercenary is on the chair here. We're looking at the last Cypher at 92%. They might have to go for some heals. He's trying to see if he can connect any more Cyphers. I don't think he can because these are the last 3 Cyphers. They're going to be able to push it.
Leg needs to decode. I'm not actually sure what he's doing. He's just staying away from the Cypher Machine here. Okay, now he's going to go ahead and go to the Cypher. Ling should connect the 66 and 37 Cypher. That way it's going to take Leg a lot longer to prime the last Cypher Machine here. He may be saving. He needs to make sure he also doesn't give a free save to the Antiquarian as well. That's very important.
Let's see if that's going to happen. Paul just being very careful, waiting for the prime to potentially happen.
Ling needs to connect these Cyphers.
Yeah, there we go. Is he gonna? There you go.
Yep.
So this is going to take a lot more time, and the Mercenary might actually expire in that time. He's just going to play this one kind of safe. He knows that someone's feeding him tinnitus, but it seems like Paul Blem's actually staying at the corner area, and Eli Teleport's going to be ready for him.
It is going to be ready. The risk of teleporting is that means Paul can prime this other Cypher Machine. So Ling has 2 options. He can teleport to that Cypher, or he can try to find problems first and then save his teleport for teleporting to the exit gate later. It looks like he's really looking for the Antiquarian. Does he teleport, or is he just going to hold it? He's really... he's considering it.
Yeah, he is.
But
he's constantly looking.
Also maybe really wants to hold this for endgame as well.
Sometimes tinnitus could actually be your bane, right? It's not actually helping you. But now it seems like all Cyphers are actually primed, and Ling still has not found Paul Blem's hide and seek champ here. Paul Blem's, they're just gonna pop it.
Yeah, he's going to connect the gates in a moment here, I think, once his connection is ready, which is now. And still trying to find Paul basically going the wrong way here. And yeah, I think Ling's best bet was to teleport to the Cypher machine, but he didn't go for that, it looks like.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate here that he can't lose sight of what's at stake here. If one survivor escapes, that means B4U wins this round number 2.
Now,
and
sorry, I just want to point out, this is really important. So Ling will know when Paul touches the gate because he'll get a charge. So Ling's going to know when the Antiquarian hits the gate. So as long as the Antiquarian doesn't have a charge, Ling knows that he's safe to chase this survivor. He also knows the Antiquarian will take a ridiculously long time to open the gate. Because Antiquarian with a 30% decrease plus the gates being connected is going to take a really long time.
Well,
and now he knows that Paul has touched the gate, but he also knows that it's not going to be open for a while.
Yep. So wow, good breakdown there, Eli. So now it seems like, yeah, he is still in the lead here in terms of control of this match, and that is going to be the hit. Oh, and also he's able to disarm him. Gets the
This is a huge shock. This is a huge shock. He does get it, so he can down him. He needs to get back to the cheerleader before cheerleader gets up. So he needs to chair here, then head back to the cheerleader. Cheerleader is not gonna be able to get the gate open. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of if the cheerleader can hide away from the hunter long enough.
True, and it seems like he's gonna try to find a chair that's close enough. We still have. Oh no, he's gonna drop it. Okay, so yeah, just gonna make sure that he's gonna go for a bleed out strategy, and it's also still connected. So, and like you said, Antiquarian doesn't have the easiest time opening up the gate, so he's really just has leg to worry about.
Did he see the cheerleader in the distance? Sometimes the buildings will load in slow over near this big boat area, and you can see the survivor actually. I'm interested to see if Ling did see or not. I think he might have seen him, Potch, because there he goes, teleports right on top of him. And that is, that's actually not a lot of people will consider that a mistake in the game, but that's actually a huge part, it's a huge factor in the game here. Now, Ling did miss that shock, so he's able to kite a little bit longer here. The biggest question is, here's the game plan for Ling. He needs to down this survivor, which won't have self-heal, and then he needs to wait for Paul to hit the gate and then teleport on that gate. And he knows when he will know when Paul hits the gate as well.
Wow, what a shock here. Able to stop him in his tracks, and Leg has fallen down, already used up the self-heal. So we're going to switch on over to see if Leg's actually crawling all the way to the gate here. He doesn't want to give it away just yet. But, you know what, Ling, he's going to try to use the orb just so he can close out that distance and just goes for the pickup, and it's going to be GG's from there.
I mean, if Ling pulls this off, this is crazy, right? Like, considering the position. And that's it. They surrender. I guess
it's going to be an interesting one to see, Eli. Again, we're going to go the full 3 games here. This is going to be match number 3 of the first half. B4U Sprinter, can he hold on to his 5-point streak, or will CH4 be able to get that tie in this matchup as we head to Chinatown? Once again, that's Eli O, I'm Potch Spice, and we are your commentators for this match.
All right, looks like he's going to go straight towards middle, already looking for the location of the cheerleader, but cheerleader has located to that hotel area, which is considered the strongest kiting area on this map. Still has her abilities to work with as well. Going to go ahead and drop down. And you got to be careful that you don't walk into the hunter on this one, which he did a little bit there. But still has her speed boost to work with, so we will probably see one of those get utilized here to make it to this next pallet. Going to use the second one as well. And Spencer's actually going to change targets to the Seer here, who is kind of in the open a little bit. You got to make sure you break the line of sight as much as possible if you're the Seer.
Yeah, in this open area, you got to be very careful to turn those corners, because it's pretty much free game for him to actually put his wax on you. So now it seems like Sia is going to have to actually make this rotation.
Oh, he's going to use the owl there. But it's actually at 96, so I would have liked to see the Seer potentially maybe wait, be a little bit more patient there, but it looks like Sprinter is going to be able to get the freeze here. And the first hit onto the Seer. Seer actually is going to not take the pallet boost. Could have taken the pallet boost and made a lot of distance there, but instead is actually just going to run this route instead. He's also going to get the Cypher, the pallet blocked off as well here, and is going to go down to this wax bomb. So a pretty fast down onto the Seer, and also a risky Cypher machine to be decoded. I feel like the Seer maybe should have rotated a little bit early there. So that's going to be another fast down into Xia here, and also Okay, so Lawyer already is about to finish a Cypher Machine, which is pretty strong considering that Lawyer's decoding goes up to 20% once they finish Cyphers. And they have decent progress. It's just that the Cypher pressure from the Waxars can also be pretty strong as well.
True. It seems like they might go for a sacrifice. I don't see anyone actually making a rotation to make this save. They just seem to be focused on actually just finishing objectives, especially that one in the hotel side, just so that that can be used as a kiting route. It seems like they're working on their 4th Cypher, and Cheerleader actually sneaking on away. So Knight 3-3 might go for a full blood rescue while everyone else makes a rotation here. 3 Cyphers remaining, and Sprinter overextending himself to this fountain area.
Yeah, Sprinter needs to be careful that he doesn't go too far out here. He's going to wax off this Cypher as well. Does Cheerleader make this with a dash potentially? I don't know. Looks like no, just going to feed Tinnitus here, not go for the rescue. And so they're not going to give presence to go up to full presence here.
Right.
Spencer does have Tinnitus, so he knows that a survivor is in the area, but is just going to wax off the Cypher and continue away here.
Okay, so it seems like, yeah, just playing it really conservatively. So like you pointed out, Eli, potentially just wanting to just go for that tie. Sprinter is holding on to that teleport, waiting for someone to actually touch a Cypher, but everyone's actually scrambled out. So just formulating a game plan to how to counteract this this Wax Artist. And it seems like Sprinter still holding on to that Tinnitus, and Knight 3-3 is going to try to push a Cypher.
Yeah, I think Sprinter wants to try to find the Lawyer, obviously, because that's the fastest decoder here. But it looks like Sprinter... I mean, great job from CH4 not to give away the side of the Lawyer here. That's like the key, is if the Lawyer can stay hidden, I think he might find the Lawyer now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
so he's able to teleport on the Lawyer, yeah.
A little unfortunate there, but I mean, you can only hold on for so long, and that was actually a great job. He's going to drop down a pallet here. Again, he's already been waxed off, so Lawyer at least can use this. Well, the thing is, they didn't even pop the Cypher here at the hotel area, so that's going to be a little tough for them.
Yeah, and he's also kiting near 2 Cypher machines as well, so this is really not ideal. Lawyer is able to get to this pallet here. Spencer's gonna... Oh, yeah, you can't go that way as a survivor, because as soon as you throw that pallet down, they just block that off, and you are trapped up here, and Lawyer is gonna go down to this play. Lawyer needed to drop down on the side of the building there instead. Yeah.
Yeah, a little unfortunate misplay there by Yasu, and Sprinter is going to capitalize on that. The trade-off is that they're able to pop a Cypher in that process. So now 2 Cyphers remaining, 2 survivors remaining, 2 healthy survivors. So let's see what the play here is. Knight 3-3 is feeding that Tinnitus. Nato is priming that 4th Cypher.
Oh, and that actually is going to reveal the location of the survivor as well here, it looks like. I think what needed to happen is I think the survivor should have gone for 1 rescue. I think Cheerleader should have rescued once onto the Seer, and at least given... I guess it would lead to full presence though, so maybe it isn't worth it. I'm not really sure, but yeah, the problem is now that you do have full presence to work with, and they don't have the last Cypher machine ready just yet. And this Cypher right here, that's 58. That's the Cypher that you want to finish. And maybe they just don't rescue at all here, and they just go for 1 survivor escape.
Possibly. That's actually kind of a bold play here, but I think that's what it's for what it's worth. That's what the cards have been dealt, so they have to play this hand. Lawyer is going to expire. Knight 3-3 can actually try to push for that Cypher that is at the hotel area and outside the hotel area. Well, Nato, I mean, he can provide distance with his cricket bat, so that's something that Sprinter has to be careful of.
This is why CH4 kind of needed a rescuer, and they did not bring a rescuer, right? And so that's the problem with not bringing a rescuer. Sprinter, I think, absolutely should teleport to the last Cypher machine here. He's going to wax it, and he's going to teleport. So, yep, there's the wax.
Whoa!
Teleport!
That was huge.
That is huge. That means the Cypher machine can not probably get very, very close.
Oh, man.
And...
Knight doesn't want to risk it, but...
Yeah, I think that's not a play that Sprinter... Usually, as a hunter, you acknowledge the batter can do that. You kind of want to get behind a wall or something. I think Sprinter kind of just slipped his mind, and that's not something you ever see from Sprinter, as a mistake like that, but maybe this could be a small opening for CH4. We'll have to see.
True, because that was game-changing, I have to say, because it was going to be GG's if he's able to catch Knight 3-3 kiting there. So now it seems like he's just going to kind of sit on this Cypher. He does have a line of sight with that 35% Cypher, so Nato just being very careful priming the Cypher. But yeah, it's just a constant back and forth. He's just gonna keep trying to push it percentage for percentage, and then yeah, just keep going back and forth at this point.
Yeah, you have to be careful also about using the upstairs pallet, which he does not do. He's going to run the other way because, you know, we saw that play where you get it blocked off. That could be really, obviously not ideal for the survivors. Spencer's just gonna, I guess we're just gonna do this forever.
It's a feedback loop, man. I'm just gonna keep going. See, I think it's like a game of chicken at this point. Who's gonna be go overextend? 933 is gonna get caught though.
Yeah, does get caught here. Does have the speed boost to use, so he's gonna go ahead and use one there. But if Spencer does commit here, it means that Nato can push the other Cypher here. 50%. Nato needs to decode. He kind of just stopped for a second. I'm not sure why. Maybe he thought there was gonna be a teleport, but all right, back to the decoding here. It looks like 933 needs to be very careful they don't give the 100% wax into an instant down play. They need to at least know they're gonna get trapped here. There's the hot wax. Can they get the vault off in time?
There we go.
That is huge. Nato's going to continue to decode the Cypher machine. Sprinter needs to teleport if he wants to stop it here. Nato needs to stop decoding, or Nato needs to stop decoding.
Yeah, I just
he does that. He's going to give them an opportunity to get the down, and I think Nato stopping the decoding might have been the mistake that's going to cost CH4 here, as now Spencer can teleport to that Cypher machine. No, he's going to go for the chair instead.
Oh, that was actually unfortunate. Yeah, the start-stop decoding. I know you gotta respect the teleport, but at that point, 933's kiting was done, and it's gonna fall in vain. So now it's
you don't need to respect the teleport because you can let him teleport, and then that means you can pop the other Cypher machine. Spencer's gonna allow him to struggle free. I don't know what the idea of this is.
Yeah, there were so much chairs actually used there, and now
it's such a
yeah, Batter was off the Cypher, so now there's no prime Cypher at 933. Can he use his cheer to move on? But no, he's gonna fall down here. Oh, he's waiting for the pop to happen. Okay, so gonna get the pickup, but now, yeah, it just seems like that was that last 30 seconds was quite interesting, Eli.
Also, 933 had a dash there. They could have used it and to keep himself alive long enough for the Cypher machine to be primed. Okay, so Nato needs to go for this rescue before the hot wax is back online.
Yep. Oh,
okay, so
man.
He's gonna
destroy the ball, and now Nato is going to be able to get this rescue. He just goes for it right away.
Yes,
and able to get
but Spencer can wax the Cypher. That's the problem.
Yeah, and it's at 98%, so this is going to be real tough. Nato cannot kite anymore in this area, and now this could be the checkmate scenario that Sprinter is looking for.
Oh, he switched to hot wax a little bit early there.
He's at 96. Let's see if Nato get the hot wax, goes for the regular hit, and that's going to be GG's, folks.
Yeah, well, not just yet. I think these survivors still self-heal, right? The Cypher machine is primed. So
yeah, he lost the cheerleader. My bad.
So it's not over just yet necessarily, but basically what Sprinter's gonna do is he's gonna try to cheerleader. The thing is, as soon as Nato pops his, okay, so cheerleader's up. So what needs to happen here is Nato needs to crawl to the Cypher and then jump up and pop it right away, because Sprinter's gonna teleport as soon as he sees Nato waste his self-heal, right? That's too early. That was too early.
Yeah, and then just goes for it right away. And
Nato needed to crawl to the Cypher machine and then jump up and pop it right away here.
True. Again, Sprinter just having eyes at the back of his head creates the separation there. This last Cypher at 92%. Is it going to be primed in time here? And Nato eating so much wax. He's going to go for the hot wax here. He's just going to pop it right away.
He's gonna pop it. Yeah, that's unfortunately a mistake from CH4. They needed to wait for the hot wax to hit first. And so another mistake here from the CH4 survivors here, and this is such a back and forth game. Cheerleader needs to stay behind Hotel.
Yeah.
But she's not going to do that. She's going to go run away. I think Cheerleader needs to stay behind Hotel. You wait for Spencer to either leave and then you save, or you wait for the survivor to expire and then get dungeon. But
yeah. No. Dungeon's at the tunnel, ladies and gentlemen. Cheerleader not touching the gate just yet. He's going to try to hide this one out. Batter is still in his first chair, so 933 is gonna have a hard time just buying enough time for just the one person escape. So we're just gonna see, because Sprinter, he patrols around the area and he's possibly gonna catch him. Oh, he sees him right away. So this is where the end game is gonna be inevitable for 933.
Yeah, and that should be the 4 survivor elimination here, as long as he's able to get the wax to freeze the cheerleader. Does freeze the cheerleader. There's the detention hit, and that will be the 4 survivor elimination. What a oh man, what a weird
scrambling
game.
Yeah, it was.
I guess we'll see what Link can do. He gets the block up Acrobat Cypher. which is also pretty nice. But overall, it's really challenging to get a 4 kill, I would say.
Definitely. So we'll see if he's up for that challenge as Ling brings out the very unconventional but very fan favorite Gamekeeper in this potentially last game in match number 3, second half. Once again, B4U and CH4 are fighting for the title to call themselves a representative of the NAEU region, but only one could come out on top. Once again, we are your casters for this potentially last match with CH4 and B4U. That's ELIO, I'm Potch Spice, and here we go.
All right, looks like he's gonna go for the nope. He's gonna leave the mercenary. Obviously, you're not gonna want to commit to that survivor. Does find Schmitty. Schmitty actually does not rotate very early, so unfortunately, this is gonna be a bit of a downside here. He's gonna use one of those hooks to get closer. He has one more hook to work with here, and Schmitty is gonna go ahead and use that bomb. Ling's gonna use that hook just to pull himself a little bit closer here, and it's gonna go onto the cooldown. And let's see what trait Ling has. He's gonna go ahead and put a trap down right away here. Does Ling have, is that Blink? It must be Blink. But
It looks a little, yeah, I think it is Blink. So we're gonna see him destroy this pallet here, and the Blink is gonna be off cooldown already. Oh, no, it's Teleport. So teleport Gamekeeper. So just an option to just change up his targets, and it seems like he will be going after Paul Blems now.
Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and hook himself closer to the survivor. Paul needs to dodge this hook as best of his ability. And Ling's gonna go for the gets the hook, a really long hook onto Paul Blems here. And Ling really needed that. I feel like if he missed that hook, I think it would have probably, any chance for a 4 kill would have been out the window. But getting that hook there, very important for Ling at this point in time. And now Paul is trapped. He goes into the trap.
Literally trapped.
Literally trapped here.
Oh my goodness.
And Ling also has teleport, so he's able to teleport to the coffin at any point. He's also able to chair onto Roland Cypher Machine. And wow, what a setup from Ling here.
This is incredible. It's already 1 minute 38 seconds into the game, and they have yet to pop a Cypher. So Ling, he's deciding if he's going to go for Roland or not. Again, he has that teleport to work with, and Balmer choosing to stick.
Early.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. This is so dangerous. He's going to slow him down, gets the hit early on, and the rescue does happen.
And Roland needs to make sure he does not give the double hit, so he's going to go ahead and leave here, just trying to get away from the Cypher Machine. Paul will try to cut as long as possible, going for the charge attack. I don't think, what, he walks to the pallet and gets the hit. I did not actually expect that, but
Ling full of surprises at this
that's
one.
crazy, dude. Yeah.
So he's
gonna
already
go ahead
at full
and
presence.
full presence. He's going to chair the survivor here, and he does have teleport, but I think they might have actually popped the Cypher Machine close to where the coffin is. So Ling can teleport. He can teleport a bit close, but maybe not too close. He's going to go ahead, teleport close to leg here. This will slow down his Cypher progress a little bit. But yeah, the coffin does have some distance here.
So incredible showing so far on the survivor side, just playing it very conservatively. So that coffin already paying for itself. Paul Blem's already going to the strongest kiting part of this map into that hotel area. Ling's still having a hard time finding and spotting where Paul Blems has rotated to. And it seems like he's gonna rotate back, but Paul Blem's already on the second floor of the hotel.
He's also gonna go for the psychologist heal here. Does Ling see where the heal is happening? Looks like no, he's not able to see it. Psychologist able to get the heal off as well here, and Ling's actually gonna have to change targets to the acrobat. It looks like Schmitty's gonna go ahead and go for the bomb here. Oh, I think Ling could have gotten that hook, but it looks like he didn't go for it there. Going to go for the hook onto Schmitty. Gets the hook onto the acrobat here, and the chip damage as well. So really nice hook there from Ling. And yeah, this is why I really loved a character like in Balmer, and I feel like a lot of these teams should potentially be utilizing a little bit more. He's going to change to Mercenary, which is interesting.
Yeah,
Mercenary's going to... Oh, and waste the hook there as well.
I was gonna say that, yeah, Ling going with that playstyle is just injuring a lot of the survivors, but unfortunately with a hunter like Gamekeeper, his map presence isn't as terrifying because he spreads out damage, but everyone's just out rotating him. And now Roland using last of his elbow pads to actually gain some distance, unable to get anything there. Yeah,
another missed hook. That's gonna be a big play there. Goes for the mind game at the pallet here. Roland's gonna go ahead and run through the pallet. Gonna go ahead and drop this down. Just trying to stay alive as long as possible. He can get the hook down right here onto the Mercenary. I think he doesn't even have time to chair. If anything, he needs to teleport away quickly. He's going to teleport to Paul Blems, which is the Embalmer, so that is the survivor that's dead on chair, but the survivors at this point should have enough ciphers to finish out this game.
True, and then just setting a trap there for Paul Blems to actually rotate away from these pallets. This L pallet is not doing anyone any favors. Paul Blems, unfortunately, unable to fall to that. Nice flywheel just to continue on this chase, and Ling able to get the hit, but the pallet has been dropped already, and the last Cypher is already at 90%.
Yeah, Schmitty is gonna not try to pop it. Schmitty actually could have easily pushed that Cypher. Link didn't have any hooks available, so I think Schmitty could have actually popped that Cypher machine. Schmitty also has a coffin, so if he went down, it would have been perfectly fine. So I definitely think that Schmitty should have just gone for the pop there, but looks like they're gonna slow it down even more and just go for a new Cypher machine here, which is also okay. Link did not have time to set up a new trap here, unfortunately.
Yo! Able to get him right before he falls down, but like you pointed out, Acrobat does have a coffin to work with. That last Cypher is also being camped like crazy with those traps, but they are working on another Cypher at 79, well 69% as we speak, about to be 70. So again, great stuff on the survivor side. It seems like they are ready to just get a one-person escape at the very least. So Ling has the double time here to try and get another survivor down.
Oh my god, he gets him through the barricade there. Really nice hook from Ling. I didn't even know that was possible, but Leg is forced to remove the traps here before continuing to decode. And I think he's gonna be able to pop it just in time here, and they are gonna go for the end game. 4 survivors up in the end game here, and keep in mind Ling will have to essentially eliminate all 4, which as Gamekeeper is probably not possible. But yeah, gonna go ahead and try his best here. Gonna go look for Schmitty here who's at the exit gate. Survivors need to make sure they split the gates here. They need to not do all the— oh, Schmitty gets hooked from a distance here. Oh, you really have to look behind you when you kite there to dodge the hook.
Teleport's
Unfortunately,
ready.
Schmitty wasn't able to do that. He's gonna teleport under Roland here, walk straight through the pallet, and Roland's gonna get downed as well. So Ling actually doing pretty good here, but
setting up a trap. He's gonna try to slug everyone again. The map is huge, so he's gonna need to like use these hooks just to gain distance back towards the gate here. So the game isn't over just yet. We still have 70 seconds onto detention here. And yeah, Acrobat already used up the self heal. Paul Blems is trying to make his way towards the exit area. So it seems like he still hasn't found anyone just yet. This allows B for you to actually prime the prime those gates.
Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and hook closer to the gate. Leg's not gonna get it open in time, and he gets the hit before the pallet drop
99, dude.
It is 99, but I think the survivors can just go ahead and do the other exit gate here. And Ling does not have teleport. He's trying his best in this situation, but unfortunately, I think it's gonna be a little bit short. He's gonna go ahead and head to the other exit gate, but 80, 90%, and that's gonna be it. They just need 1 survivor out the gate here. Just 1 survivor leave.
GG's,
any survivor.
Guys. There we go. Embalmer and Mercenary. That's Roland and Paul Blems already make their great escape here. And let's see if we can get any more survivors eliminated here. They are trapped over there at the exit gate. It's already at 99%. They're gonna 4-person escape. It's gonna be GG's, guys. B4U are gonna be your winners for today, and they're gonna join Team Omni in representing the NAEU region.